Welcome to the show. Oh yeah. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, it's time for the show. 2 count, we about that go. Best in the Midwest, and we up next. Go and ring the bell, ref, cause here we go. Comedy meets wrestling. Yeah, we doing our own thing. Squared circle and a microphone. 2 count on everything. Can you smell what we're cooking now? Other shows, they ain't got that style profile. And while we strut on raised with 2 fingers up, JR, Big Ace, Tommy 2, they something else. This show be dynamite, next level, top shelf. I'm like, welcome to the show. 2 count. Welcome to the show.
We gotta. Mine wanted to mute again right away. I don't want to talk a lot of smack about StreamYard because we've been using it for years. But this whole fucking muting us when we start the show is getting pretty old.
It is. We try our best to go for everybody, and then we got this weird shit that it happens. I'm pissed off. You're pissed off. JR isn't even here. Whitney's dead to us. Well, not dead to us, just dead in general. But
Whitney filled us in. She's got a lot going on. Maybe next week we'll catch her. She's just got a lot of shit going on. We don't even know the full story on a lot of it, too. We just know that there's a lot of shit going on.
True.
I've been sick the last 2 days, too, so I'm like pretty low energy right now, just so everybody knows.
That's why Whitney's because Ace is going to call this one early again. We're going to be done super early. We'll have our guest. JR will barely sneak on here, and then we'll all go home.
JR's got to. I get it. You get home from work, you can't just hop right on. You gotta. Well, he's got a dog now, remember? So he's probably got to feed and thing has to shit now.
Yeah, responsibilities. What's that? Fucking just live that top shelf life, man. Have zero responsibility, all the money coming in. It's great.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, man. I make all of the cash, baby.
Oh man. Hey, what's crazy is we're literally almost like a month out from our golf trip, which is gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun beating up on all you motherfuckers on the golf course.
That's what everybody says, and then we get down there and it's like, oh fuck, these courses are actually hard. Except Margaritaville. I don't know what to expect. We ain't never played Margaritaville. So
hey man.
All I know is if there ain't Jimmy Buffett being pumped out at every tee box, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, right. You got it. If it's tacky like that, man, you gotta have speakers everywhere just fucking playing the shit out of some Jimmy Buffett.
I think that whole resort, I think they actually have an indoor water park too. So if it rains and we actually can't golf over down there, we're gonna just go find a lazy river there at Margaritaville, I guess, and just fucking waste away. It's just so funny. We've driven by the course a million times. The clubhouse is literally on a main drag road, and it's just it always I think you have to park across the street and cross the busy road to get to the clubhouse. It's one of those things where it's just I wonder what that course is like. But there's always people playing it. So
always,
yeah. But let's get into it, man. This is gonna be a good show. We got a great guest we're gonna dive in with, and then it's WrestleMania week. Happy WrestleMania week, everybody.
Happy WrestleMania week. It's weird that you would call him a great guest. I would call him a great guest. It's weird that you would. Just because I know how much, not animosity, but maybe some disdain between the two of you.
Yeah, I mean, you're the kayfabe king on this show. You're the one that tries to keep it alive the majority of the time. I'm too lazy for it right now. I'm exhausted. So I'll tell you what. The thing is, it's fun because that's what's great about what we do in this world of wrestling, this crazy carnival circus that we do is you get to do things and be things and act things that you wouldn't do in real life. So like it is fun that like one of my favorite people to be at shows with that just will talk shit to me, you know, during the show because it's calling for it is this guy and he's good at it and it's fun. So but yeah, we're gonna bring him in here. Also, dude, he's probably one of the favorite guys around this area too, because he always brings his dog with him. And I mean that talk about a mood changer when you walk into a wrestling show and there's a dog chilling. And like dude's total locker room leader, that dog. But let's get into it, man. We got him out here. Let's go. Dan, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we survived. Nothing blew away. I think Tom maybe got it worse than me, actually.
We didn't get shit last night.
No, there was nothing up here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we got it, but we didn't like Fairbolt got like what, golf ball size hail?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get that. But anyways, let's bring him on here. We're gonna welcome JR to the show. As we do that, we're gonna welcome our guest, Mr. Mason Greyskull, everybody.
That's right.
What's going on, guys?
There he is.
JR is gonna get you on the top there.
Dang it, I put it on the wrong thing. Get Tom off of there. There we go. Now we're talking.
Guest on top. Guest on top. How you doing, good sir?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you guys?
Hey, we're here. We're alive. It's WrestleMania week. It's a beautiful thing. It's crazy. Like it's been 2 holiday weekends, especially for Tom and I, right? Like we had Masters this last weekend, which consumed my whole week, and now it's WrestleMania week and weekend. So it's just man. And then we start getting back to action here soon. At least Tom and I do. I don't know, Mason. This guy has been crazy busy. I don't know if you guys may have seen him doing some stuff with TNA Impact. You may have seen him on a few episodes. As well as, dude, this guy's just killing it, working all over, flying, driving, and just making towns. Dude, it's been fun to see. How busy have you been lately, though, man? Like, it seems like this year you're just booming out.
It's been insane, man. Honestly, you were just talking about WrestleMania weekend. This is the first weekend of the year I haven't had a show to go do.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to let my back heal up a little bit. But yeah, I've been going since January 1st, at least one show every weekend. And there's no stopping. I mean, there's a couple gaps in the schedule, like in August, September, but I'm sure those will fill before the time comes. I'm just trying to stay as busy as I can, man.
Dude, that's crazy. Now, I mentioned it before because JR, if you guys haven't heard, just got a brand new puppy. And me and Mason were just down in CW. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. We were just down in Oskaloosa a couple weeks back, having a good time. There may be some photos floating around online of it, but like you walk in and right away you see Mason, you see the puppy. You got to remind me his name. I forgot.
Mr. Pants.
Mr. Pants.
Nice.
He hogged the spotlight on the podcast pre-show.
Yeah. Yeah, with our friends from Shotgun and Card Subject to Change. It's first of all, like the only time I would ever hear this dog get a little whiny maybe is like if Mason was like out of sight for like more than a few minutes. Then he's kind of like, hey, wait, where's dad? But other than that, oh my gosh, such a well-behaved dog in a chaotic atmosphere.
Yeah, he's used to it. He goes to, I mean, unless it's a brand new venue or it's maybe the first time I worked at a promotion, I bring him. Other than those few exceptions, because I want to make sure it's cool with like the building owner or whoever. But he's used to it, and he's used to. He went all the way to Boise with me last month. We drove that one.
Oh, how was that traveling that with the dog?
It was all right. The weather didn't cooperate the first day. That was a rough trip. Like I think we made it to Cheyenne the first day, but after that, everything kind of let up. He was fine. It just takes a little longer because every time we stop for gas, he's got to sniff around and make it his own little adventure. But we got there. We did the show, and then we drove 2 days back.
How old is he?
He's maybe a year and 4 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is Mr. Pants?
he looks like a miniature pit bull kind of. He's like half staffy, and he's got like pug in him, and some English bulldog.
Adorable. He just loves
Smudge
it.
face.
He's my merch salesman.
Yeah,
I pick him out at the shows. We call him Only
like,
Paws.
It's so great. It's so great. We were talking about it. Like, eventually, this dog's just gonna have a role in the shows.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried in Oskaloosa. I talked to Austin about it. Now I can do like I can get my dog really excitable. Like if I just give him like a working punch, like just pull the punch, he'll growl and he'll jump up on me and he'll start like biting my arm. And so I pitched to Austin if we could do that in the match. And he didn't want any part of it. He told me about some match with Al Snow and like Boss Man or something, where like dogs came out and they just like started humping each other and like shit on the outside of the ring. So
Yeah,
I do remember that. What was that? It was like a cage match, but they had a bunch of like Rottweilers or some shit.
Yeah,
in there.
the cage match or the kennel cage match or some shit.
Yeah,
something. Yeah, like I pitched it to Austin. Yeah, it's one of those situations where I wish I would have just asked for forgiveness instead of permission. But no, he didn't want anything to do with it. So we kept him occupied during the match.
You gotta try to see if you can't stick a chunk of ham or something in Axel Grease's pants the next time you guys do a show.
Whoa. Why are you going after Axel?
I don't know if Axel Grease's pants don't already smell like ham as it is.
Shout out to Axel, love him. Hey, brother. Now, Mason, how many years you win?
Officially 2. I just saw a little Facebook memory pop up not too long ago. So I've been going at this for 2 years now. I just want to go as long and as hard as I can. I mean, some people know it, some people don't, but I'm the old man in the locker room in most situations. I'm 42 years old, so I want to just go until my body says no more. So I just kind of, I don't have the liberty of doing a match once every 6 weeks and being content with it. I know that I've got, Father Time's chasing me down, so I want to get in as much of this as I possibly can while my body lets me.
Well, I suppose even with that age, though, too, the more you're taking the bumps, the more your body can actually get used to it. It stays regular. It's not going to be slowing down too much.
Yeah, there is a bit of a callus to it. So you nailed that on the head. And I think it's the same for me as it probably would be for anybody else when you're training. But that first week or week and a half of just taking like 30, 40, 50 bumps a day, those first bumps are the worst bumps. They'll send shockwaves up your neck. You'll end up coming up with migraines. And then, I don't know, after so much, for me, it was about a week and a half. You start getting, not to say they don't hurt. They still hurt like hell. But you get a little callous to those effects and you get a little bit more used to it. So, yeah, keeping up that callus is probably a pretty big deal for me.
Let me ask you this, because I think we're all generally in the same age range, with the exception of JR may have a little bit on us.
JR's the young man of the group, bro.
Right.
I don't know about that. He's older than dirt.
Mentally.
This picture says he's the young guy.
Still has his Brazzers page up.
Does that say Brazzers?
Some jackass.
But okay, so like, what are you doing to get the most out of it? Like, what is the conditioning like? What does the off days look like for you? Because again, you're getting in the ring with some of these cats that are 18, 19, 20, 21. They're youngins, they're babies. They don't feel it like people at our age range are feeling it right now. So like, I know DDP will probably preach like the yoga aspect of things, but like, what are you doing to get the most out of it?
I've done some yoga and I still do a little stretching here or there, but my typical routine is going to be working out 5 days a week. Typically it's just the Monday through Friday, because Saturday I'm traveling for the shows, and like Sunday I just need to recover. So I'm lifting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm doing some sort of cardio, whether that's CrossFit, whether I decide to just jog or even if it's just like a light active rest day where I'll go and walk a couple of miles or something like that. That's what I do to try to stay in the best shape I can for it. But yeah, I'm generally Monday through Friday, I'm doing something, whether it's weightlifting or whether it's cardio.
Man, we were at the last show we were talking about, because I was asking him, like, I need to learn how to meal prep or just like eat better. And we were talking about, and I see you posting, man, and it's like, it's just so hard. Are you a morning guy? Or are you like evening guy when you hit the gym? Like, I'm trying.
I like to hit the gym in the morning. Like, I like it to be right after breakfast. Like, I like the first thing I want to do is go to the gym and just get it out of the way. That way I know it's done. That way I won't get like tired later in the day and not do it. So I'll typically, even when like a lot of times it's not in session right now, a class just graduated, so we'll start the new class in May, but a lot of times just to go in there and help and learn more, I'll go into Black and Brave a lot when the class is in session, and that starts at 11 in the morning. And I'll make sure that I get to the gym and do my lifting before I even arrive there, so it's all said and done before my day even gets rolling.
Nice. So what was that like being at Black and Brave?
It was difficult. It was tough. I don't know. I think I'm, if not the oldest, I'm one of the oldest people to graduate from that place.
Hell
It
yeah.
was, it's a little intense. You know, my body's pretty okay going weekly on these things. If I really need to, I could do a show 2 days in a row, probably take a little longer to recover. But the toughest part was going 3 days in a row every week for 12 weeks. My body was really broken by the time that class was over. But I mean, I just every week kept getting closer and closer to the end of it, and I didn't want to give up on it. So,
oh yeah, dude,
stuck it out.
So, go ahead, Jer.
I was just saying, do you have any? Given the fact that, I mean, you're older, do you have any nagging type things that are like take longer than most of the younger guys to maybe let you sort of heal back up a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think we all have like little nagging injuries. We push through that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything different from the young guys on that. To be honest, I don't know if it takes me any longer to recover than the young guys, or if the young guys are more durable than me. The thing is, I wasn't bumping around when I was 25.
True.
I was only doing it when I was 40, right? So like, I know how it feels to me. And typically, I'll be honest, in the midst of the match itself, it won't be that bad. Like Ace saw at in Oskaloosa, I mean, taking a superplex off the top rope, that's a big bump. Yeah. But I didn't feel it. It didn't really hurt all that bad when you have the adrenaline flowing. It's always about an hour or two after the match. Yeah. When the adrenaline comes down and the soreness sets in, and but it's just part of the gig. It's just part of the gig. I'm not going to sit here and say the 25-year-olds don't experience it. I don't know what level they experience it on, but I can guarantee that gravity's real and they are going to be hurting.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you this. I mean, you got into it 2 years ago, but like, where does the love for pro wrestling begin for you? And is there like a core memory or moment that it was like, I love this and this is going to be in my life?
Probably like 10 years old. So like I was 10 years old and I discovered like Monday Night Raw. Like I wasn't able to do much growing up. I had a really like, I don't know if you want to call it tiger mom or something. I don't know. She wouldn't let me go anywhere. This lady's nuts. She'd have a police scanner running 24 hours a day. Oh. Everywhere was dangerous. You can't leave the house. It was insane. It drove me nuts. So I'd try to find like outlets and different things. And when I saw that, I loved it. I loved it. Like they would try to put me to bed at like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, that's when Raw starts. Like, fuck you. I'll sit on the edge of my bed with the volume knob at 1 and my ear right up on the receiver. Yeah. And I would do that. And I fell in love with it then. I wish I would have done it when I was younger. I spent a lot of time in my 20s and 30s drinking a lot and doing a lot of drugs, and I just was not able to. Those things just don't go together.
Yeah, right.
But when I sobered up when I was 38, I'm just going, well, at my age, it's now or never. I better get in the gym. I better get in shape, and I got to make a run for it now, because if I want to wait 5 or 10 more years, I don't think it's going to be possible.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
In California, in the Bay Area, a little
Okay.
town called El Sobrante. It's kind of out by like Berkeley.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, your mom probably should have had the scanner running out there, right?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. When I moved to Iowa, I think I was like 2 months into my move to Iowa, and I was like thinking, like, what's different? Something's different out here. And then one day I heard a helicopter, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't heard one of those in forever. I'm used to like going to bed to that noise.
Oh man! So wait, did you move here for the school, or did you move here way before that to the Midwest?
I moved here a couple years before I went to the school, but that was part of it. But I wanted out of California. I just wanted out. It's not a great place to live. Everything costs a fortune, and it's only going up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
People are just angry and assholes everywhere you turn. If you start a conversation with someone, the first thing out of their mouth will be like, "Why the fuck are you talking to me?" Like, that's California. So I just didn't like. People were much nicer out here. Life slowed down a little bit up here. One of the big things was I was able to sell my house in California and just buy a house here, because the equity from the house in California was more than enough to just purchase the home. Yeah. So
nice.
That really allowed me to focus on my business that I run outside of wrestling, and give me time and flexibility to do a lot of this wrestling stuff.
Dude, that's awesome.
Well, so you mentioned, as far as, difference, and you didn't hear helicopters. I'm sure also getting used to the smell of cow shit and, cornfields or whatever probably took a little bit of time to get used to from California.
I'm used to the cow shit. My grandpa had a cattle ranch.
Oh, no
so
shit.
I grew up helping my dad work on that. We just call that cowboy cologne.
That's also being way too many cowboys, by the way, calling that cologne.
Used to be, what's that smell? Oh, money.
Yeah, sure, JR.
Whatever
you want to say.
That's funny.
All right, so California to Iowa. You said you mentioned you have your own business and stuff. So obviously quite a worldly individual, especially for Iowa. I mean, again, you've seen the actual waters of the ocean. So I can only imagine, you having to deal with some of these people who've never been outside of the upper Midwest. What was the most difficult thing, though, as far as that transition? Because it's not easy. I mean, obviously, selling a house in California and then just being able to buy something, that's great. But there is a transition as far as going from coast into the Midwest. That's for sure.
I think one of the weirdest, like the more difficult part for me was learning how to maintain a house here as opposed to California. Like, we don't have sump pumps in California. We don't have basements. Like, I remember the first winter thinking, man, I need to tear up this carpet. I'm getting shocked with static electricity every time I touch something. And then somebody's like, dude, run a humidifier. And I'm like, and that just solved the problem. Yep. There's like all these little weird tricks in Iowa to like living up here. I kind of had to learn them, right? Like, I never really had to shovel snow growing up. I've had to do that a few times up here. So
just a few.
I don't mind it. I like the snow. I like when the weather gets cold. Everybody calls me insane, but maybe it's because, if I wanted to see snow in California, I had to drive up to Reno or Tahoe or something.
Yeah. Well,
I never really got it where I was living because I was in the Bay Area growing up. And then about college time, I moved to Sacramento.
Oh, sure. Hey, Tina. Yeah. And it's us who've been here our whole lives that are like, you're crazy.
More fucking
everybody
snow.
Thinks
God damn it.
They're like, why the hell did you want to move from California to Iowa? I'm like, because it's fucking better.
I mean, bless your heart for saying that Iowa's better than fucking anywhere, but okay.
Tom will never love it.
I will never love Iowa. I honestly, certain people, maybe eventually I'll find a city that actually I enjoy, but I have yet to find a town in Iowa that I actually enjoy.
And the good part
yeah.
is that none of the cities like Tom either.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Isn't it? They don't like you either.
I did a really fun show in Osage once, but it's still very small town Iowa. So what are you gonna do?
That's funny. So, did you have any prior athletic in your history in high school, anything like that? Was there anything?
I mean, I played basketball in junior high. I played football my freshman year. Like that was about it. Yeah, not a whole ton, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if you've seen pictures of me when I applied at Black and Brave, like when I first moved up to Iowa. I had a lot of weight to lose before I started that training. I was a good 280, 290 pounds and like 35% body fat. So
okay,
I had I did not like my personal trainer for the first 3 to 6 months. I hated his fucking guts.
Yeah.
But I don't know, somewhere around 6 months in, I started loving it.
Yeah, what would you say would contribute the biggest thing to that? Is it like just the discipline of doing it?
Yeah, the first like 3 to 6 months, I remember I had to tell myself like I hated it. Like I was mortified by going to the gym, and I had to tell myself, you know what, just show up, just go there, just physically go and walk in the door. And like if you're still feeling half-assed a few minutes into the workout or whatever, like you can give yourself some grace and leave. But I never would, because then I'd be in the middle of it.
Right.
So I just had to tell myself to show up. Like you've got this goal of doing wrestling in mind. Like I can't cheat myself. I have to get the work done because I have to be as prepared as I can to start this school. And I've seen people come through the school that are in the situation I was in, that are coming in like real heavy, real immobile. And a lot of them quit. Some of them have the heart to stick it out, but they have a real rough time during that 12-week period. So I'm glad I at least got the weight off, got my cardio up a bit, and at least got as prepared as I could for it. I don't think there's any way to fully prepare for wrestling school. It's just a different kind of like athletic endeavor, really. It doesn't really compare to anything else.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I think that's why we see a lot of these like college athletes who don't go pro. They're like, I'll go to the performance center, I'll run. Then like they drop out. And
it's very different when you have to like work out and you're working through like pain and these little quasi injuries, and at the same time you're bumping and you're getting the wind knocked out of you and you can't breathe, and you're like, it's hard to describe it. There's nothing that's exactly the same as training inside of a ring.
Yeah, 100%. So you're 2 years in. How has the evolution of Mason Greyskull been going? And like, what have been some of the things you've been really working on? And I already seen the promotion game from you in the marketing. Like that is the one thing that anybody who's new that are coming into this, it's like learn how to market yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do as much as I can, especially with merchandising. Like lately, probably the past 6 months or so, I've actually been making money doing wrestling rather than losing money.
Hell yeah.
And that has a lot to do with the merchandising. I opened the merch store online. I have a bunch of different options of merch live. I have a big, huge, fucking gaudy banner that I put behind my merch table. That's taller than I am. I bring my dog as much as I can just so people come to pet him, and then I can tussle some merch. That's how I get by. The thing, I've been trying to do it more, but I need to do like more social media, like content creation. It's just a pain in the ass because I have to like remember all the clips I want to get throughout the day and pull out my phone and do it, and then do the editing when you get home. And it's like, people don't realize sometimes it takes like 3 hours of your time to post 2 minutes of content.
We talk about it all the time. We're like, and Tom and I specifically, when we're doing like APW and we're driving down together, it's like we should really be like filming things and like making clips out of this, or like I seen you just posted like kind of like a day in the life vlog, and like you see people who do that, like Shaz and McKenna is doing that a lot right now. Like, yeah, we talk about it all the time, but it's just like, God, I got to remember to film at this point. I got to remember to get a shot of this.
Yeah.
And I got to remember to put it all together. And then it's just like, yeah, you're talking like 3-4 hours.
I wish I had enough money to just have somebody follow me around. Like,
oh my God, yes.
When I was in like Minneapolis, doing the extra work in Minneapolis, Tessa Blanchard had some like YouTube guy just like following her around, like taking clips of things. I'm like, God, I wish I had the resources to do that, because that would make the social media game so much easier.
Well, I was just saying, you might be able to find somebody that would be willing to do it, for nothing, so that they can say, hey, I'm Mason Greyskull's videographer.
That happens sometimes. Like Drew from Wrestle Shots came out to a show once and made like this little clip package for me. But I mean, it's hard to ask somebody for the commitment of hitting the road for hundreds of miles every weekend, all the time, for zero pay.
Yeah. Plus, it's hard because you got to have some. The whole thing is the content. Like the more content, the better. So it's like you're asking a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, shoot, we have. Which I got the emails, so this week I'll take a look at some of the past episodes there that we're gonna clip up. We'll do it with this one too.
But like if you look at like the Jack Vaughns or the Ben Bishops or whatever, like who are the Richard Holidays, right? You know their names because of their social media content,
right?
I haven't seen not one damn match of either three of those people, but I know exactly who they are from social media. So that's where you want to be as far as like the social media promotion goes. But like we were saying, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of editing. You have to kind of think about what you want to create and how to do that. All the different times throughout the day, you're going to have to stop what you're doing and take your phone out. And, it's a lot.
You know what some people also have is a significant other that can do some of those recordings for them. The three of us don't fall into that category, so
Well, the four of us don't fall in that category.
Well, there you go. See, I was gonna say, if you partnered up with somebody, that you would have that person you could just bring along because you like them or love them, and then they'll be willing to shoot some video. Come on, man! Like,
I was maybe I could train my dog to hold the cell phone.
I was just do GoPro to his head.
Yeah,
you're good.
Actually, GoPro to the dog, because that seems to be working for some fucking people out there online. You just post all that stuff, you'll be famous no matter what.
I think
the merch and somebody has the dogs running by, you'll be great.
Could you imagine you come out at Bridge City Slam and the dog's just behind you with a GoPro filming you to the ring?
Don't say anything about CEW. We got to not ask for permission anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We have to beg for forgiveness after we actually do it.
He'll be too busy that day to know. You'll be good.
Yeah, that's true. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off that day.
Yeah, that's a busy one. That's funny. So are you everywhere I've worked with you? I'm getting a heel Mason Greyskull. Are you straight heel right now? Are you doing babyface anywhere else? And then, if so, do you have a preference of either or if you're only doing heel, do you want to try to do some baby work down the line?
So I've done a little bit of babyface work in a couple of different promotions. And like I was excited to kind of do it. And then like the promotion I was out last weekend, they allowed me to do it for a couple of shows. And I'm like, and then they heel turned me. I'm like, God damn it. I was enjoying the practice here. But there's been a couple of promotions here or there where I've been able to do babyface work. And I enjoy it. I think I make a better heel still. I think I need a little more practice at being a babyface. I mean, being a babyface is hard. Like you have to win the crowd through authenticity. I hate the guys who come out and they go, come on. They just start clapping for the crowd.
Yeah.
Like it's just cheap as hell. Or they just get up there and scream like, let's go. No. And then Bret Hart went out there and just was badass and just fought and never gave up. Right. Like that's a babyface thing to me, but you have to be authentic in it. And you have to, and they have to like buy into your authenticity. The crowd has to connect with you in a certain kind of way. and that's difficult to do. That's difficult to do because there's no making mistakes. Like the other week in Oskaloosa, I don't know if you noticed, Ace, but when I was entering the ring, those little steps fucking slid out under my feet, and I almost bit it.
You too.
And that's okay because I'm a heel. The crowd's laughing at me and all that. That would have been mortifying if I was a babyface.
Well, I was mortified. I almost did it going in to open the show. Clint almost got a nice photo of it.
Yeah.
See, it's mortifying on two different levels. If you, again, Mason, if you were a face, yeah, it'd be mortifying. But also, you could always just be like, "Hey, hey, somebody secure those. We don't want anybody getting hurt, right?" Like you say that. But if Ace goes down, he might just be down, and then just
I'll die. I'll be dead. Like y'all have to roll me in back and give the mic to someone else.
So I want to go back and touch on something real quick, Mason. You mentioned that you've been doing pretty well with the merchandise. What's the hottest seller that you got, by the way?
It's probably either this design that I wear out to the ring,
right,
or either that or the what do you call them? The baseball cap or whatever.
Okay.
Are you designing your own stuff, or you got somebody else doing it?
I have some of the stuff I've designed. Some of the newer stuff that's selling well, I went and got a graphic designer. The same one I actually asked, because I saw Tori Fox when she made her first T-shirt. I was like, "That's dope! Like, who did that?" And she hooked me up with the guy. So I had to make like this design. I had to make the design that's on the blue one. I had him design my hats and my trunks. So I just kind of hit up a graphic designer, and so, it's a couple $100, but like for a few items, but it's been well worth it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably part of it too, is, you mentioned that shirt you're wearing right there. That looks like something you'd find on like WWE shop, where it's, because honestly, no offense, from the angle you're at, it looks like a Luke Gallows shirt. Just saying, the bald head and the beard.
My face is on it, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It kind of looks like a Luke Gallows because you're tall and bald and with a beard, man. I'm sorry,
but
I'm not trying to be a jackass here.
Like a way better in shape Luke Gallows.
Hey, that's actually true. Yeah, that is true. I didn't want to say anything. Who knows? We might have Luke Gallows on the show one day. Who knows?
I doubt that.
I don't want him to look back at this episode and be like, "Man, fucking that Ace."
You might run into him. He's been
as long as Whitney's on this show, I don't think that's a guest that's coming on our show.
Man, motherfucker.
Would they hook up or something?
Yeah, they're exes. They used to.
Are they really?
She's talked about that on here.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Whitney has a lot of weird ties with big names in wrestling, but you would think she'd take advantage of some of that. She doesn't.
She doesn't always like to talk about them.
And she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't talk about it a whole lot. But yeah, she's yeah.
Okay. I was literally joking. I didn't know I was right.
No. And like they legit were they were like in a relationship for a while years ago.
But
I've actually hung out with Drew Gallows.
Maybe that's why she's not on the show. I might like remind her of him.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, like, as far as that kind of shirt right there actually can sell, because we've seen a lot of different merch ideas from a lot of the guys and stuff, and it's as simple as, hey, here's a picture of me and some words, or here's just some words. It's really tough to come up with merch ideas that actually sell it. But like I said, that's a solid design, and it's more my fault that I'm seeing like a Luke Gallows in there and not a Mason Greyskull. So again, that's on me.
Dick.
I will own that.
Well, one thing I do too is I pay a little bit of extra for my merch too, because I want to make sure like I get the really comfortable material that won't shrink in the dryer.
Yeah.
And like stuff people want to wear. Like I know when I was getting the hats made, like they were trying to pitch me those flimsy like trucker hats. I was like, no, even if it costs more, let's do a snapback. Like that's what people want to wear. So I'll invest in the quality of the material as well. Because I want people to like what they have. Nothing pisses me off more than when I go to an event and I spend $30 on a t-shirt. I put it in the dryer one time and now I can't wear it because it's a freaking muscle shirt from shrinking down.
Dude, WWE.shop.com used to have that problem big time back in the day. Like everything I'd order, it's just like, well, and I don't want to order up because then that one won't shrink down enough. Like I'm just caught in the middle.
Yeah.
or the worst thing is when it does start shrinking, and all of a sudden you raise your arms, and you're like, I didn't know this was a crop top. Shit.
Yeah, if you got a belly, then shortening the length isn't it?
I blame
that's
Deal
a
Dan
big
for
pet
ever
peeve
making
of mine. So I want to make sure that if anybody's buying something from me, they're getting something that's gonna feel comfortable and not gonna shrink on them.
That is always the biggest thing. Is just making sure it's likable in all the different ways. Like the graphics have to hit. People have to at least like you or be willing to promote you too. That's another thing. So that's another. That's another thing we're telling people don't understand. Like when you're selling merchandise, people actually have to like you to be able to want to promote you. The shirt could be fucking killer, but it's just a wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, like as far as the shows go, like people hate me. I'm a heel, but there's people in the business that kill me for believing this, but when I'm at the merch table, I'm me. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a conversation with you, and I'm not gonna be an asshole to you. There's some people that believe that they should be a dick to everyone they see at all moments in time at every show.
You should be, for sure, 100%, always.
I'm kind of the impression that we're at a point where people understand that wrestling is a show.
Yeah.
And when they want to meet the wrestlers and when it's the appropriate time to meet the wrestlers, they want to meet the person, not necessarily the character, right? If I went to like a Comic Con and I wanted to meet like Giancarlo Esposito, right? I want to meet the person. I don't want to meet the asshole who was Gus Fring on Breaking Bad, right? I want to talk to the actual guy. And I think that's how people are now. Again, like I said, opinions vary wildly on that. There's some people that are like, you should be a dick to these kids all the time. I'm like, they're kids, man. Like they understand it's a show.
Yeah.
I
get it too.
I'm not going to be nice to them while I'm performing on the
And
show. But when it comes to the merch table, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When the lights are on and it's your time in front of that whole venue, like you don't shy away. I know that from firsthand. Which I love that you X'd me out on our promo picture for this, by the way, tonight. Thank you for that. And I get it. I get it. There were some questionable calls last year. I got thrown into a position I wasn't ready for. Hopefully this year's going to be better. It kind of got sprung on me. We'll see what happens. I can't promise you anything right now, though, Mason. I don't know. The CW's.
Well, what do you got for me in Delta, man? Can you make that announcement or what?
I can't make any announcements. I don't. I can't. I just can't. We all know. Hey, we all know at the last show at Oskaloosa, our fearless leader there, Austin Bayless, did come out and he kind of let people know that this year's been a little bit different with CW due to his personal life. So a lot of things.
Let's talk about that for a second, though, because as far as I was concerned, Ethan was the legal man in that match, but Jay Wesley pinned me.
Hey, I told Joey, I was like, you better make sure you did this right because you got some hot people right now. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you saying that 319 cheated? What a fucking!
I think they did. I honestly, I believe they did. Ethan Everhart was the legal man. It was me and Ethan, and then out of the clear blue sky, Jay Wesley comes flying off the top rope. He pins me, and Joey counts it.
Yeah, I think Joey Leo was working a little too hard that night. I think we needed another referee. I don't know if he was able to handle it that night. But yeah.
Don't make excuses for Leo.
I'm just planting the seed there, Ace. I might call for a rematch.
Well, we got Delta in a few weeks, and yeah, we're going to see what happens. But I'm excited to get back to Delta and have some good old asbestos fall
have
on
some
the ring.
asbestos fall on your head.
Was that your match? Was that your match that it came down on the turnbuckle like right away at the beginning of the night?
No,
I thought it was. Yeah, it was you. Because you were on the because it was tag, right? You were out on the corner.
No,
and I was
in two matches that night. I was fought Rich Maxwell, and then I was in the sixth man with like Steve Scheffler and Austin and Donnie and Rory.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, you guys! It was first of all super like old school feel like indie wrestling venue, and it is. But like legit, like this stuff from the ceiling was just falling on the ring. It was crazy. I'm excited to get back there though. That little building in the middle of nowhere.
You can't see
there's something special about that
when you might die from fucking things falling from the ceiling. You can't say that.
Yeah, no one's gonna die.
Just
we're all here.
That Delta and most of Iowa sucks. Please say it.
It's decorative asbestos. It won't kill you.
It gives it like, you know, flavor. Like it's
Character.
Did you
yeah.
say-
It's
Flavor,
a little
character,
dangerous. It's a
You
little
know, like-
dangerous.
decorations. What are we talking about here? Asbestos
Feng
pretty.
shui or whatever. I don't know.
Feng shui. Get the hell out of here, guys. What the fuck? Oh my god. You know what? Y'all can just go ahead and have your asbestos. I'll be over here living in my asbestos-free zones. I will never go to Delta Dome, mostly because it's Delta, Iowa, and the place can.
Hey,
Fuck
let me
it.
just say,
That's not true.
Delta Dome with its asbestos and everything, is by far not the worst or most ghetto wrestling venue that I've wrestled in.
Ooh.
So, in these circles, you'll see a lot of weird stuff.
That's funny
true.
because Tom's got a good question that'll probably come out in one of our later bits.
Oh, wait, he's already talking. We may as well just talk about it now. Like, yeah, what is the worst venue, man? Like, what is the worst place you've wrestled?
Oh,
You don't need to
man,
make the
there's
promotion, 'cause I don't
people
want you to do that.
watching this, and they're gonna call me out.
No, don't worry about the promotion. Just say like whatever the venue might be, because sometimes multiple promotions might run in a venue, so you don't have to say all that. But
Okay, so there was a place in like somewhere in Illinois, and I think I was wrestling in a 12-foot ring with like broken boards.
Whoa.
I believe it was like 12 feet. I like suplexed my opponent and from one corner, and then his feet were under the ropes on the other corner.
Good Lord.
Like I whipped him. I gave him an Irish whip, and I was gonna run in with a clothesline. And as soon as I turned around, I was already there. And there was like, I remember there's a board in the middle that was just like cracked, so it was just sinking completely. You could see it, like the lip of it coming up off the side every time someone stepped on it.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
so that's enough information without giving away the promotion or anything.
That sounds like the Buck Zumhoff ring that he used to bring to the bar back in the day that I DJ'd at when he brought his midget wrestling to town.
I was just gonna say, because even a 12-foot ring would make midgets look fucking big. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was hard to work in, but it was, I don't know, at the same time, it'll teach you some lessons about ring placement for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everything's a lesson, right? Everything you do in this business, everything can be considered a lesson as you go forward.
I learned something every match. Like, even if it's just like a tiny little thing, there's something, because I don't know, I'm my biggest critic. I'm gonna look back on it and be like, damn, I forgot this part, or I did this wrong, or like, but I'm gonna learn something every match, one way or another.
That's how it has to be in this kind of business. If you want to evolve and grow and become better at it, you have to in this kind of thing. When you have to perfect your craft. And speaking of that, as you've been a fan for since 10 years old, you said you're now 2 years into the business. Now that you're working, now that you're on that other side, because we talk about it on here, because like this show kind of saw us be like a podcast to where we were doing this show when it kind of turned to where JR does some like stuff, production stuff for Madhouse. And then me, Tom and I are at APW, and obviously I'm around at a bunch of other places. You've seen me there. So like we always talk about how that's been different from being just a podcast to where then all of a sudden you're now behind the curtain. You're in the world of it now. You're not just kind of on the outside looking in a little bit. I feel like podcast is a little bit of a bridge, but you're not fully in, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a different thing, but like as you've been going on now, what are some of the things you've taken from being a fan of wrestling? Like, who are some of the people you've taken some things that you're kind of like, okay, I like a little bit of this. We heard you talk about Bret Hart. Is that somebody that you've kind of like, I don't want to say like you're modeling after, but like you've maybe taken a thing or two? And who are some of the other people that you've looked up to in this business that as you're going, you're maybe kind of looking how you can interact with some of that?
So, it's the way it is for me, and it might be this way for some other people too. And sometimes it depends on size, speed, mobility, whatever. We all have our physical limitations, and we all can't do every move under the sun, right? There's some stuff that we can't do or pull off or doesn't work because of our size or whatnot. So, it's not necessarily like, one of my favorite wrestlers was Shawn Michaels, but you're not going to see a guy like me out there wrestling with Shawn Michaels. It's not going to work. So I try to model some of my stuff after, and things that I think are going to work. Like I'll model some of it after. I've watched a lot of Diesel matches. I've pulled up a lot of old Big Daddy Cool Diesel matches. And then sometimes I just see like something happen on a show and I steal it and I try it. Like, I don't know. You seen the deal where I, kicked Ethan in the face, hopped over the ropes and shot him back in. Like that's something I saw at one of the extra tapings. And I'm like, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Like I like how that looks. I don't think I'm too big for that one. But I just try to stay in. I mean, I'm also a heel, so like I want to have like a slower, more methodical working style. So I just kind of take stuff like that. Some of the bigger guys, I don't tend to look at like guys like Kane or Undertaker because their movesets were so well known that they almost become predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But I try to operate a little bit more like a bigger guy. And compared to some of these guys on the WWE, I'd be the small guy. But when I get out there, I'm typically, most of the time, I'm the biggest person in the ring for the grand majority of the time. So I try to make sure that I'm playing that role. And it's hard to see when I'm standing right across from somebody. They could be 5 inches shorter than me and 40 pounds lighter than me, but they feel like they're the same size because I don't see myself in my. It's only when I look back at the tape and go, damn, I look massive compared to this person. So I have to try to keep that in mind and try to work in that type of a style.
It's fair. I mean, and you're right. Like, yeah, Diesel has a different set, than a lot of people did, especially that size. But yeah, smart man.
You taking any influence outside of wrestling?
Influence
and applying it to your wrestling career?
You know what? No, but that's something I absolutely should do. That's something I've been toying around with in my head, but just means I'm gonna have to spend more time watching a bunch of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I hate dead time. I really do. I'm such a go person.
Sure.
But some sort of like pop culture character. I needed somehow like find something I like or something that's relatable and like blend it into the character a little bit. But that can be tough to do. I mean, I've got to find the right. I really just got to spend time freaking doing it. And just like forcing myself to watch all these popular, like whatever, Avengers, this, that. Like, I just don't. I'll sit and watch maybe an hour of TV at night when I'm done doing stuff. Like, I don't see a lot. So I just need to force myself to do it and find something that's like popular out there and kind of maybe bridge some aspects of it into the Mason Greyskull character. Hell
yeah, dude. Obviously, you said that's something to work on, but like, do you got any like dream matches or goals that you got on the list that you're trying to track down here in the next couple of years?
Oh man, that's a good question. I haven't really even thought about dream matches, to be perfectly honest with you. I've been in such like a go mode to where I'm just kind of like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? Like, I know I'm 42, and I see guys all the time, every week, that are in their 20s that are so concerned about making it to TNA or AEW or WWE that they're like, oh, I want to fight this guy. I want to work for this promotion. I want to hit there, here. I'm kind of just letting it come, man, because I know I'm not going to be the odds of me being a wrestler on any one of the three promotions I just listed are, I don't even want to say slim, probably zero, right? I'm 42. If I got good enough for that, how old would it? 45, 46, 47? And how much life would I have left in this type of work? So I don't put that pressure on myself, and I just try to enjoy what comes my way. I can't really think of dream opponents per se. Just the best dream opponent is the one you work well with in the ring, to be honest. There's some people that I just get in the ring and it flows, and there's some people I've had to muscle and toss around like a rag doll because they just can't get in place. But, oh man, I'll just take what comes. I'm grateful to be doing it.
I love that, you know, because that's another thing Tom and I will talk about in the car, right? Because like we're all in the same locker rooms at these shows, and it's you see these guys, and it's just I got to get here, I got to work with this person, I got to get here. It's all a part of me trying to get to this next thing, and like for me, because I see other ring announcers in the Midwest and just in the indie scene that do this, and maybe I should push myself a little bit more, but also. I'm 43, about to be 44 next month. I'm fully aware I'm not what any major wrestling TV company is looking for as a ring announcer because I'm old and fat. Like maybe 20 years ago when I had a possibility, I should have did it. I didn't take my shot. That's on me. But now I have more fun because of it at these shows. I don't get stressed out about like I need to get more bookings or anything or worry about it. I can go and just have a good time and be like, let's just put on the best show we can, everybody, tonight. Do you feel you have that freedom because you kind of like I'll take anything that comes my way because you're just trying to get the most out of it?
To be honest, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, I want to enjoy it for as long as I can. But you make a great point. I was talking to I don't know if you know Matt Mayday Crotch. He's one of my coaches at Black and Brave.
Okay.
I was talking to him the other day about the next time I go and I decide to go and do some TNA extra work, I was asking him, would it be a good idea? And he said, yeah, just to go talk to the guys who are in charge and be like, hey, it's cool to do this extra work and stuff, but and I'll do some if you want me to do it, but is there anything I can learn backstage as far as production goes or this or that, or can I be helpful in this way or that way? Because I may have, there's a lot of different ways to make a living in wrestling. Making a living in wrestling to begin with is very, very difficult. To have wrestling be your only income stream and survive comfortably. But to open myself up to backstage behind the curtain type of things could potentially give me an avenue to where down the road I could make a living off of wrestling behind the curtain, behind the camera, doing something else. And I'd be just as happy because I'll tell you what, it wouldn't feel like work. It would feel like fun.
Dude, that's how, and we see that. Look at Adam Pearce, Scrap Daddy on Raw. Like he didn't wrestle for WWE, but guys on TV, and he's making work. So you never know what's gonna come. I love that. I love it. Let's get into our first segment here of like, where is it?
Field speed round.
Yeah, let's do it. So
get ready for the rapid fire speed round.
Someday we're gonna figure out a way better name for this because this has never been a speed round. But the whole idea, Mason, was that this was just like the three of us were just rapid fire questions to you, maybe about wrestling, may not be, and you just answer it, and then we just move on. We're old, so we get the chatty. Once you give out an answer, it's like, oh yeah, and then we all get thrown off the rails usually. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot. But we'll start with Tom, then JR, then myself. Again, just random questions about Mason Greyskull.
Yeah, so covered it earlier as far as the worst place or conditions maybe, but what has been your favorite?
Oh, there he is.
Location? There's Mr.
Hey,
Pan.
Pop.
Yeah,
Hey, Pop.
Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, yeah.
I can see why people want to go up and pet Mr. Pan.
Yeah, that's a nice looking dog, a friendly looking dog.
Yeah, he's
very friendly.
All right, so yeah, back to the question. What's been your favorite place? Not necessarily promotion, but what's been your favorite location that you've wrestled so far?
Oh man, that's tough. Maybe, yeah. I guess. See, this ain't gonna be much of a speed round.
We already know. That's cool.
I guess I gotta say Bridge City Slam, but really, it's just when the crowd size fits the venue and the crowd's into it. So those are always the favorite spots.
Right.
But yeah, I guess Bridge City Slam was probably one of the bigger ones. So I enjoyed the hell out of it.
That's a fun place. We like going down there. Can't wait, guys. October 3rd. Get your tickets. They're on sale now. You'll catch, I think, all of us there. I think everyone on the screen right now. You will see.
I believe I'm supposed to be there, so I'll let that secret out of the bag, and now it can sell out.
There we
On
go.
the floor?
There we go. And then these guys will have their Ring Crew jumpsuits on again.
Yeah,
This
baby.
shit was classic last year. Go ahead, Jared.
So you mentioned that you went out to Boise with the pup. So when you're out making these shows and have to travel, what is the one comfort thing that you're like, I cannot leave home without this?
Oh, okay. I always bring the massage gun with me.
There you go.
That's all. That always comes in handy. There's not. God, there's really not anything like. I don't have like a security blanket or anything. Like, I just kind of pack the suitcase with enough clothes and toiletries and go. I guess my wallet, right? I want to make sure I got the money to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Massage gun is pretty good though.
Oh yeah. I bring that everywhere. It comes in handy. Sometimes I'll pull something or I'll irritate a nerve, and I might have some tingling down the back of my arm, and I got to make sure to take care of that so it doesn't get worse.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also just old man shit right there too. So
Yeah, but I'm sure all the young bucks are like, hey, can I borrow that for a minute?
sure.
Yeah, usually.
Right. All right. It is WrestleMania week. So I want to know, Mason Greyskull, what is your favorite WrestleMania moment?
Oh man, favorite WrestleMania moment. God, you're giving me way too many freaking options. All right.
There's a lot. I mean, you can throw out a couple. It's cool.
I think one of the biggest ones that seared in my brain is when Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That was just, I mean, it was a hell of a match. The story, just the emotional moment at the end was done perfectly. And I think it happened because it was authentic, man. Shawn really loves that dude. But yeah, there's that, man. Those last 3 or 4 like real Undertaker matches, not like the theatrical with AJ, but like, those couple with Shawn, those couple with Triple H, where all of those were amazing. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I'm looking forward to this Brock Lesnar Oba like match this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it has the potential to be insane, but I haven't seen much of Oba's work, so they're sure selling it like Brock's an underdog. So I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah. We'll get into our WrestleMania picks here to end the show tonight, guys, because I want to touch on that too, because they gave Oba a mic on Raw, and it went better than I thought it was going to go. So, all right, go ahead, Tom.
So you mentioned as far as maybe not having a dream match opponent, but you said some of those dream matches maybe were just ones you've had favorite opponents or guys you gel with. Who's 2 of your favorite opponents so far in your career?
Damian Saint. It was everything just came easy with him, and we did like a 18-minute match in like a 10 building that had no AC. I don't know how we survived, but yeah, I had a great match with Damian Saint. He was a lot of fun to work with. Who else? Who else is pretty easy? Believe it or not, I'll just name one of them. They're both pretty easy to work with, but like with the 319 working with Ethan, he makes it pretty effortless. Really, it's not so much people knowing or not knowing what they're doing, but it's just like their placement. If they have a good base, if they have enough strength to do certain things, and like they don't try to do things that they can't do, that's typically when it goes well. But I'd say Ethan Everhart and Damian Saint probably.
That's
really
awesome.
good.
And always make sure never to give Jay Wesley any credit whatsoever. F
You
that.
know, I love Jay and I hate Jay. It's one of those things, but you know, it is what it is. For some reason, we keep crossing paths on this circuit, and
Sorry about that.
I think we're just gonna beat each other's ass forever.
Happens sometimes.
You have to be 2 J's now, though. You have to be just Jay Wesley and New Jay.
Well, I
You
haven't
have
had
to
New
both.
Jay yet. That show got
You got beat up
because of the snow.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's fucking winter, man. I hate I hate snow. See, this is why when you're like, I don't like it. It's like, no.
I mean, there's times where it's inconvenient. Like that last show in Wacoma for Social X, where the last 25 miles of the drive was like an inch thick of ice.
Oof.
It's like, ugh. But we got there.
Good thing. Oh.
We're already talking about you having some great merch when you're out there. Has anybody had you sign anything weird yet?
Yes.
What was it?
I signed a couple people's cheeks in Wisconsin the other week for some weird reason.
Interesting.
They wanted their cheeks signed. Somebody had me sign their forehead. There was these kids once that said like I want like who told me to write like I want to bang you and then their mom's name on an 8x10.
Yes.
And they literally paid me extra to do it.
Oh my
So
God.
I did it.
Hell yeah. I
Like,
feel like I was at that show.
You should have also maybe just included your digits. You probably would have heard from the mom by now. Who knows?
Like I feel like I remember hearing you guys talk about that.
It was one of the oddest requests I've ever had because it was like something Julie, and I was like, who's, because it was 2 like teenage boys, and I was like, who's Julie? And he's like, oh, that's my mom.
Oh, I love it. I also just, if anybody's wondering, when he was talking about his merch table earlier, Mason mentioned that he has this big what was it called, the big,
It's like a big retractable banner.
The big retractable banner with him. And I will tell you right now, any show he is at and you see everybody's merch setups, it instantly stands out because it's just a life-size picture of Mason at the
It's
table.
bigger. It's taller than I am.
Yeah,
it's more than life size.
Like it's guys, get yourself one if you're on the indie scene. It helps draw the attention. If we start selling 2 count merch, we're not even putting our logo on it. We're just making that.
Again, like another idea I got when I did extra work. Like I wanted to try to study the place when I'm out there, and I remember helping get merch tables ready, and they had tons of those retractable banners with all their superstars on them. And I just thought this can't be that cost prohibitive. Like I'm gonna look into this when I get home.
Nice.
So that's where that came from.
And those things literally those things take 5 minutes to put up, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the
Not
most
even.
compact things in the world. You basically like undo a thing like it's like a blind person's walking cane. Just snap together.
Yep.
You pull it up and you hook it and you're done.
Oddly enough, that's probably how the company got started. Like they just stole somebody's walking cane. Like, you know what? This blind person doesn't need this shit. Let's just oh, it does work. All right. Well, hey, thanks, John. But you know,
That's
don't cross
something I
the
still
road.
need to do as a heel. I need to steal a blind person's walking cane.
Dude, for
There
real.
we go. There we go.
But also, what kind of blind person is going to a live wrestling event? Hey, can you tell me all the things
Maybe
that
we
happen?
can stage it.
They just like hearing the match.
Maybe we can stage it. We can put like Bryce Jordan in some sunglasses and like a red and white cane or something, just sitting in the first row.
I don't know why, but I could totally see Bryce doing the whole glasses and cane, like
He'd fall
begging.
over doing
Begging. It would be hilarious.
Bryce would love it, man. Yeah, Bryce is cool like that.
Oh, it would be so good.
I mean, he's not cool with JR, but like he's cool like that.
It's been a minute. We don't know how they are. They haven't been together in a long time. Someday we'll find out. All right, next question. In the car, you got a lot of car time. What are you doing? What are you jamming on the radio? What's Mason Greyskull's pick?
All kinds of stuff. I have a Spotify list I made that was for the drive out west. So it's like 13 or 14 hours long. And it's got everything from like 90s rap to like rock emo music. It's got some country. It even got some freaking boy bands on there. Like I'm a mix of everything that I just listen to because if I listen to one thing for like that long, I'll end up getting bored.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, when it comes to leaving Iowa, I'm always playing bye. So I'm out, but I get it. So yeah, boy bands, throw it in there. Why not?
That's what's playing once you pass somebody on the highway because you've been waiting for 20 minutes to do it.
Oh,
I don't know. I love it when the Ludacris song comes on for that.
Yeah. Move, bitch.
Yeah, I got that one on the playlist too.
It is always the worst thing when like we're going down to Waterloo. You know, Ace lives in Rochester, so just once you get 52 to 63, and then you try and go 63 into Waterloo, I don't know what it is with everybody who is a farmer or lives in that part of the world, but fucking hell, could you go more than 55? I know it's posted 55.
That's how I feel when I get into Minnesota. Like it goes down to 60 and everybody drives like 50. I'm like, you step on the gas,
Dude.
I don't know.
It's a Midwestern thing, but
all I know is when I was driving to Oskaloosa the other week, first of all, it took me through all the country, like county highways and stuff. But for like 25 minutes, there was a car riding the car in front of them's ass, and we were doing like 45, 50 in a 55. And I was just losing my mind. We finally got to a point where it was a giant hill, so I could see no one was coming. And I was like, fuck this. And I literally passed both of them. As soon as I did that, the one car fucking followed me. And I'm like, you had a half hour I've been behind you. You all that time, there was no one. You could have done this. And you waited till I had to pass both of you. Like, only in Iowa. Only in Iowa.
that is fair. So you mentioned Black and Brave as the school, the training. Do you have a favorite trainer that you had at the school?
They all sucked, man. They all put me through hell.
That was not the answer I was going to think of, but okay.
I mean, look, I love them all. There's three of them. There's Matt, there's Merrick, and then there's Colby. But like every last one of them put me through hell. But it's for a reason. So I'm kind of glad they did. I think that there should be a barrier to entry in this type of a thing. Mm-hmm. I don't like seeing wrestling schools that go too soft on people or kind of let them get away with things or let them get past things without doing them. And like, I think that if you're going to do this, and the biggest thing that we do is protect the guy across the ring with us. Mm-hmm. That's one of our biggest responsibilities. So if we're going to do that, I think there needs to be some sort of almost litmus test for, can you like, and Black and Brave is definitely that. Black and Brave will chew you up and spit you up. There's a reason that a lot of times half the class quits. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of punishment. It's a lot of work. But I'm glad I did it. I think it was a great school to go to. I think that you can probably learn the moves at any school you go to, but learning psychology from Colby, from Seth Rollins on how to structure and put together a match, I think that was a clear advantage of going to Black and Brave.
Oh, yeah.
They're making a movie about your life to this point. Who is going to play Mason Greyskull?
Oh, shoot. Who's going to play me? Damn. This is such a weird question. I don't know, man. Who do you guys think?
Who do you guys? I'm curious now.
Let me turn the question around.
If you could lose the accent, I could see Jason Statham.
Okay.
Fuck, I was going to say the same thing.
Well, there Jason Statham.
Yeah.
I can see it, though, for real. Like, he's probably way too short to actually play you, but
right.
We'll put some stilts on him or something like that, Yeah,
that's a good call.
They shoot from a low camera angle, though, so he'll look tall.
Yeah, and then they could just hire Mason to actually do his own all the stunts for it.
There you go.
All right, I'll ask another one quick here while Ace is thinking.
Oh, you're good.
So you're down there working at Black and Brave. So how many times have you ate low pies?
A couple of times.
What do
I've
you
gone there
think of
a
it?
couple of times when they have like viewing parties or something, and I'll get
Gotcha.
like share a little mini pizza or something, but it's not typically part of my diet.
No, sure. What? So compared to other pizza, how is it?
It's really good.
Okay.
I think it's really great. I've had some other pizza
He's
in the Quad
contractually
City.
obligated to say that.
No, honestly, I think if there's somewhere that I'd go for pizza, it would be there. Because that's occasionally when I do like a cheat meal, that's what I love my cheat meal to be is pizza.
Okay.
But I don't think I've had better pizza in the Quad Cities than Low Pies, so I would go there.
Nice. A question, like, how often would it happen that other like WWE talent would show up at Black and Brave, and when that would happen, would they work with the students that were there, and did you take away any like great advice when that kind of thing would happen?
It's not super often that something like that happens. Like, of course, we're gonna see Becky there from time to time, so she's kind of married to the guy. But like usually they'll bring that in for like seminars. I know we've had Jerry Lynn there for a seminar, and we get some value out of that. But I know it has happened. I haven't seen it happen. Sometimes like people will stop in. There was one day I walked in there and why am I blanking on the name of the band now? State Champs, that band, that rock band, State Champs. They were in there just messing around and slamming them on crash pads, and they were like giving us some posters and stuff.
Nice.
But like, we don't have a lot of people. Most of the people who drop in are like crackheads who are poking their head through, like, "What's this?" And we just got to kick them out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Good old fucking crackheads.
Crackheads.
All right, one more round of this. You've been a fan of wrestling for a lot of years. Do you have a favorite faction or stable?
Ooh. Damn. Favorite faction or stable? I mean, I guess you're making me think through a lot. I guess I'm gonna just have to go typical and go back to the Attitude era and say DX, man. And probably in all its incarnations, but there was something about the early one with like Shawn and Hunter and China though, where they were just so freaking off the chain. Like when USA sent them a note saying like, you can't have these guys say this. And he like literally goes on TV the next day and he's like, we'd like to apologize to USA for saying bitch, cunt. That like
That's so good.
There's nothing more gold than that. Like it was just such a good time watching it back then, and wrestling was just crazy. I was a channel flipper during those times.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so. I mean, honestly, the Monday Night Wars were just it was hard not to if you just were invested into just matches. Yeah.
It was shortly after I started watching too, because I started watching when I was 10. So like we're talking 1994 or something. So it was only a few years after I started watching that this was going on, and I was like, damn, wrestling is just. If I was gonna get bored with it, they made sure I didn't.
Right. Dan's got a question. We'll throw Dan's question out there. Have you worked for GLCW or ACW in Wisconsin?
I have not worked for either. I worked for River City, and I've been up to can't even remember the name of it. But I've only worked for River City in Wisconsin.
There you go, Dan. If you know some people, tell them.
Yeah, GLCW, they have a very big event in December, Blizzard Brawl. It's a lot like Bridge City. It's a lot like Impact's the Hall of Fame weekend. You know, it's a lot of celebrities in wrestling.
Yeah, I've seen the flyers for that the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a big one. We might go eventually. One of these days. We talk about it every year. We're going to go to it one year.
Wisconsin in December.
That's
you might get stuck.
I know. But it's also like we're already in the snow, so it's like as long as we can make it.
All right. What is your favorite way to spend the day off? No wrestling, no day job included.
Usually it's just to like binge on some TV, and if I'm lucky enough and it's the right time to have a cheat meal with it. I'm on the road. I'm doing stuff all the time. I'm talking to people all the time. My brain's on overload. I already have ADHD. Like a quiet day is chef's kiss, man.
Yeah.
And the follow up would be what kind of TV shows are you binging on?
Whatever I find to binge on Netflix. I mean, whatever looks fun that day, I guess.
Gotcha.
Like
Do you have a
right
favorite?
now, I'm watching through Scandal, but I'll just see an episode or maybe two as I'm going to bed, and then I fall asleep, and then start everything over the next day.
Do you have like a favorite TV show and movie?
Okay, so best series of all time ever has got to be Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
And then best movie, that's tough, but I mean, I might say there's probably a few up there, but I might say Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I mean, what guy doesn't love Shawshank?
Yeah.
And I was going to even ask you about some extra work. Like, have you ever decided to maybe just go into acting and just be like, yeah, I got some tattoos. I can wear a sleeveless shirt. Let's put me on a fucking bike. Let's Sons of Anarchy this one.
Dude, that would be awesome. I wouldn't even know where to start, but
I mean, who knows?
that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it. I'm sure you can.
You just gave me an idea. Maybe that's
Hell
what
yeah.
the Mason Greyskull gimmick kind of evolves to, is more of a biker look. I don't know.
I mean, a leather jacket is pretty easy to come by. You just got to make it look actually worn in, because I've seen some guys bring in leather jackets that are way too crisp. I'm like, this does not work.
No, dude, you fit the mold of like you could have been an Aces and Eights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could pull that look off. You know what I mean?
I probably
like,
could, but I don't ride a motorcycle, so I don't know how genuine it would be.
Him and Wes, though, as a tag team would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's true. Wes Briscoe and you. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it'd be a good team. It'd be a real good team. I'm sure we're going to see Wes in July. Wes and Jerry will be in Minnesota, Waverly, Minnesota, May 9th. I don't remember the promotion's name that's bringing them up there. I just know I'm going to go up there and hang out. So, awesome. All right. So we're going to do the time game with Mason. It's been a minute since we've done the time game, and then we're going to get into our WrestleMania picks and call her a night. So here we go.
got to unmute myself here. So, Mason, this is pretty self-explanatory, really, when it comes down to it. This is a lot like the game F, Marry, Kill. So, of the three hosts you have in front of you right now, you're going to pick one of us to be your tag team partner, one of us to be your opponent, and then one of us to be your manager.
All right, Tom, you're the tag team partner.
Hell yeah, baby.
Dicey.
Take him down.
And then Ace is definitely the opponent, because I want to smack him around some.
I get that.
There you
I
go.
get
That would leave you, JR, as the manager.
No worries.
All right. Unofficial totals. That makes because I have a couple weeks I got to catch up on. That's the 32nd time that JR has been named as a manager. The 18th time that Ace has been an opponent, and the 14th time that I have been a tag team partner in this illustrious game.
Those numbers definitely scream you've been chosen as the opponent the most.
The last time we had this lineup actually of me, Ace, or JR, Whitney was also here, but we had Cody Lane pick me as his tag team partner, Ace and Whitney as the opponents, and then JR as the manager. So you are in good company with Cody Lane there.
That's right. I forget. I get Whitney as my partner. We're good. She's ruthless.
Well, we can't count her in this one because of the fact that she's not here. So we can't just.
Yeah, but then she's my partner though. Like I get a partner.
Wow.
No.
This ain't no handicap
opponent
match
with a T, not an S on the end.
This ain't no handicap match.
First of all, Ace, there's been very few times
Andre.
There's very few times I've had a partner named with me. It's more like, hey, I got a tag team partner and we're gonna kick the shit out of Tom. Like that's how this normally works.
Oh, I always figured you had a partner.
Oh man, there's a lot of fucking single Toms on here.
Well, we never named it, but I just assumed whoever is the opponent, they also have a tag team partner. We just never like went into that part of the bit of like picking that out.
Only if we have a fourth host with us. That's about it. So
Fucking Whitney needs to start. Needs to stop dying every week and not showing up. Either way.
Now, first of all, actually, we do have Tim Nella in the categories as well. So somebody picked him
Nella
one time as a partner. So The fuck
Okay,
was that?
I'll take Nella.
No, you don't get Nella. I got you alone. I don't want this to even be difficult.
Oh, Alvin Falcone picked Tin Mel as his tag team partner. So
That's smart. Falcone's a smart guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have picked that too if I was told beforehand.
wow.
I mean,
Listen,
yeah.
since he's also not here, you can't. So it's just
His,
again
like,
the 3
2
that you
episodes
see
a
in
year
front
where
of you.
he gets
So
the guest host. Awesome. All right. So Mason, we're gonna do like our WrestleMania run through real quick. It is on you. If you want to head out now, you can. This is typically where we cut our guests loose. If you want to do some picks with us real quick, because we're gonna end it after that anyways, you're more than welcome to hang out. You just tell us what you want to do.
I'll hang out and do some picks with you guys.
Let's do
Hell
it.
yes.
Let's get into it.
that's
All right.
the way, man. That's the spirit right there.
While I'm pulling up the stuff here, though, Mason, let everybody know how they can find you online.
Okay, I've got a merch store at merch.masongreyskull.com. You can find me on Facebook at MGS Wrestling, and you can find me on Instagram at mason.greyskull.
And don't forget about X at the same thing at
Yeah, I mean,
MGS
if I go
Wrestling.
on it, I haven't been on it in like 6 months.
Listen, that's how I was tagging you in some of the X tweets. This
Oh,
last
okay.
week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on X. I've rarely gone on it. I've never understood Twitter very well.
You know what? That's fine. It's actually the only for sure social media that we have trouble sometimes tagging our guests in because it seems to be the least used among most of wrestling. So you're missing out, buddy. You're missing out if you're not using it regularly.
Dude, it's crazy though. Like it's X is nuts, dude, or Twitter, whatever we're gonna call it now. It gets nuts on there. Okay, where's my? We're gonna pull these up. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. No big deal. So you say Mr. Pants is a year and a half?
Just about. Yep. And he heard you too.
What's been your favorite part so far with Mr. Pants, other than the travel?
I don't know. He's got energy all the time, and he's just a pleasure to have around. Really,
It's got to be nice on the road too.
Yeah, once the potty training got done and the frustration was over,
Yeah.
he's been a pretty good dog.
Hey, JR, how's that going?
So far so good. Not toilet trained yet, but very close.
Not toilet trained.
I think it was like the 6-month mark that he was fully potty trained.
Yeah.
Pictures.
I mean, I'll go out. I'll take it's a little French bulldog, and I'll take her out, and she doesn't know quite how to empty her bladder yet. So she'll pee, and then we've learned that we got to stay out there and make her stay out there until she poops, and then she'll come back in, get the zoomies a little bit, and then sneak off somewhere and poop in the house. So,
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yep.
You know, the crazy thing was we've been hearing about this puppy for the last 3 weeks, yet we saw your dog before we've seen Addie.
You want me to go get her? She was not here when I came home. I'll go get her.
Yes.
Hold on.
Come on.
Stand by.
We have a certain level of fan base that is only here for either Ace's cats, Whitney's cats, JR's dog, or any of our guests if they have animals. So,
Well, good thing I brought my dog on.
Yeah, dude, we got a huge animal following. So wait, did he go get his dog? We're gonna get going anyways. I'm not gonna wait for him. So let's see.
I'm gonna move.
And I'm not gonna try to upload all these pictures. The 2 I loaded are shit. I don't know why they're such a shitty quality. So we'll just show them off the old sharing the screen of www.com. So we're gonna just go down the order of this.
Mm-hmm. That works.
I don't know if this is the first match of that night.
This will be interesting because I haven't even had time to watch lately, so I don't know half the matches that are happening.
Okay, perfect.
Honestly, that's sometimes better just to get like kind of a clear set of eyes and ears on this then.
So this one has got a lot of talk right now because this is obviously Cody Rhodes taking on Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship, which already a big story with Cody and Randy with legacy and the past and all that good stuff. Pat McAfee was the wild card that got thrown in there 2 weeks ago, and a lot of people lost their minds over it. didn't think it needed to happen with already a story built there with these two having that history. And honestly, yeah, it feels weird having Pat McAfee getting thrown into this. I don't know where you guys are at on that.
Well, so
I'm
Pat
feeling they'll do
McAfee-
so. They'll probably bring Jelly Roll in to deal with Pat McAfee or something.
Well, no, they just beat up Jelly Roll last night, I think, or on Raw.
Oh, well, then they'll definitely bring him in.
Or on SmackDown.
No. No.
Did he pee on you, JR?
Watch him piss on the keyboard.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. This dog's like, "What are you doing?" I was sleeping. I was nice and comfy in my bed, and you had to go wake me up and bring me over here.
Yeah, she was eating a. Here you go.
I'm gonna take this off real quick. All right, there we go. We'll bring it back in a second. But there you go, everybody. You've been asking for 2 weeks. There's JR's bye.
Addie has the eyebrows of
Addie.
Oh,
She's like, this is not comfortable. Here, sit up here. Sit up.
Oh, jeez.
Break the computer. Break the computer.
I think he muted himself. I don't know. Anyways.
Something happened.
Again. Well, welcome to the show, Addie. Welcome to the family.
Look at that cute little pup.
Yeah, I like Mason said, yeah, Jelly Roll is probably going to get involved in this somehow. Do we see the wild card though? Do we see DiBiase Jr. make an appearance? He's cleared of all charges, not guilty on the whole fraud stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I kind of don't either.
I mean, it depends on how active he's been in the gym, at least, because he would still want to be able to get involved and do something. So,
but Mania is a good thing where he can just maybe come in and do like one little thing. He didn't have to train like he would for a match. So,
well, I don't know how many fans know about the full legacy scope as far as even with DiBiase Jr. though.
And that's
a long time ago.
And that's the problem. That's the story that should have been being told.
Yeah.
For this whole build. And then, like I said, again, the thing with Pat McAfee is the word is this came from like TKO were the ones that made that call. It wasn't actual creative. It was TKO being like, hey, he's going to sell tickets. So let's get him on here. I don't know. It just seems, I don't, because we just saw Pat McAfee like a month and a half ago say, I'm stepping away from WWE for the foreseeable future. It's been fun. And then all of a sudden he just gets brought back 2 weeks out from Mania. But
money talks, baby.
The match itself is going to be great. I mean, these are two solid talents. These guys know each other in and out. And what I'm excited about is they're going to tell a great story with the match.
It's going to be. That's going to be a barn burner of a match, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it should be good. I still hope that Randy wins because I would love to see Cody finally stop trying to be face, because I think even his time so far in WWE, he's run the course, and we saw that with his time in AEW. He ran the course where he then refused to go heel, and I think now would be an actual good time if he loses that title. Lose your mind a little bit, come back a little bit psychotic, a little bit heelish, at least, even just a little bit. He doesn't have to go full heel, but just start using some of those tactics that you didn't want to use before to be able to win. And I think that tells a better story for Cody anyways, because, with all those dusty finishes that we saw his dad go through as a face, Cody seems to be, kind of resisting some of that stuff too. So I think it'd be kind of fun to see him at least go with some heelish tactics, at least.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I think the big thing with that is they're just afraid to pull a trigger on a full heel turn because he's probably one of the bigger merch movers right now. Who knows though? Danhausen may change all that.
Yeah.
If Danhausen curses him, then he'll always sell merch.
Well, I mean, the guys, from what they're saying, his shit's selling, Danhausen. So.
Oh yeah. The Fanhausen shirts.
He's always been a merch machine.
Yeah, for sure. Next match here, Women's World Championship. Stephanie Vacure will defend against Liv Morgan This is the one that I feel has had the best build as far as like I want to see these two tear each other apart, because that's been not all we've been getting is these two are just beating the hell out of each other these last few weeks. Dude, we know Liv posted that she was at Coachella, and I'm very curious to know if that was makeup or if she was just that fucking still hungover from Coachella. Because if you watch Raw, dude, her eyes like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I didn't get to see last night, but yeah, this build has been way better than the other women's title match.
Last night was the most unhinged I'd ever seen Liv Morgan on camera. Like just going full in, just screaming, and again, like it looked like she hadn't slept in 3 days.
Yeah, no makeup. It literally looked. I mean, it almost looked like if you were to get cracked in the nose, if the blood sort of seeped down into your eyes. I mean, that's kind of what she looked like.
I mean, she's already a very attractive girl, but you start adding some of that crazy blonde energy, which we saw Alexa Bliss kind of play that line very well herself. So I think that's always kind of sells, or something that definitely sells with a lot of wrestling fans, is the crazy blonde.
I think Liv wins.
Yeah, I'm going with Liv.
Yeah, I want Fakir to win because I'm a big fan, and I like her holding that title. But I do think the way this has kind of been set up, I think Liv's going to come out winning this title. Because I also feel like we need to have that Roxanne or maybe Raquel feud with Liv, and I feel like that's title worthy. But
yeah, especially if they're blowing up Judgment Day as it is.
Mm-hmm.
From
the
one side.
One thing I didn't need last night on Raw, and no knocks to her, but apparently Liv Morgan has her own music video that came out yesterday, if you guys haven't seen, called Troublemaker or something.
I've seen part of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Cool. They could have showed part of it and promoted it on Raw last night, but they played the whole like 3.5 minute video music, and it was just like, you guys take enough breaks as is. Like, I don't need.
Well, what? Yeah,
was it just as bad as when the Macho Man tried to rap?
Kind of like it's just super pop. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the. It's just one of those like it's like cookie cutter factory made pop songs where you can tell she's not like a solid singer without the help of the production, and also it's not like, it's almost kind of like, I don't want to say rap, but like, I don't know. JR, did you watch last night? You caught a clip of it?
I did not.
Okay.
I saw that. So I didn't. I was doing something else. I ended up watching the highlights.
It was weird. So whatever.
I got like Christina Aguilera dirty kind of vibes from.
Yeah, it was like that. Video. Yeah, it was like that, but you could just tell the vocals aren't quite there.
So here's what they do. If they're interested in using that song then as her entrance music, which sure they could, do just a little snippet as far as they used to do with like, hey, this year's WrestleMania theme is whatever by Slipknot or whatever, like do that and then play just a little bit of the track and then try to just send people to, if you want to see the full music video, check out WWE's YouTube page or Liv Morgan's YouTube page. Like, that's how you do it. Don't fucking waste 3.5 minutes of a show. It already feels very long sometimes with all the commercial breaks.
Well, and it's the go home. Like, I remember go homes used to be so like just crazy. Like, things were popping off. It was the go home to the biggest show of the year. It just didn't feel like that last night. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm very excited for this match, and I think it's gonna be great. Live all around. I like that. We got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, which again, I think it's just going to be a really good match. I feel
like I like the way that AJ kind of comes off, but I mean, personally, I'm like a little tired of her, to be honest with you. But I think she's going to win because I think unhinged Becky is way more interesting. And everybody says it.
Everybody says
I'm a little biased.
Not just her.
I'm a little biased, but I'm going with Becky Lynch on this one.
I think they're going to drop it. I do think Becky's winning. I don't unless AJ is going to really commit to more of a full-time schedule coming out of Mania, because she hasn't done that since coming back really. It doesn't make sense to keep that IC title on her. I think maybe it could be a little screwy. I still think we're waiting on a match between Becky and referee Jessica Carr. This could be another way to set that up.
Yeah, I mean, especially if Becky, if Jessica Carr gets, announced for this match as the referee, Becky knocks her out or whatever, on accident, however you want to fucking play it. But also, I wasn't really sold on AJ Lee's first match against Becky. I thought that some of that ring rust was still there after because she'd only been in tags, right? So when you're selling it hardcore as this is their first single match since being back, and it was a bit clunky.
I think it was her first match back, period. I don't think she had done.
She had done a couple of tags, but it was pretty obvious though too, like how she was with Becky. That some of that stuff had been, I thought, was very obvious. Again, that's just coming from a guy who's not trained, but a guy who watches a lot of wrestling, where it just kind of came out very clunky from AJ Lee, in my opinion. So I think they do drop the belt back to Becky and just.
Trained or not, you're not wrong. You can always notice these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, being on commentary and making some of these calls, again, you see it and you can't say it on commentary or anything like that. But there are some times where you just definitely know that the guys are trying really hard, because it's not about effort when it comes to that. It's just more, getting back in there and knowing what you're doing with that opponent. And I think that just kind of came through the last match.
Well, and I think also this is this is reinforces my statement from last week, and that is the product took a hit. At least WWE TV product took a hit when they basically eliminated house shows. The reason we got polished WWE TV is because they spent 3 days, before getting to TV doing that match at the house shows.
Right.
So that's the thing. I don't even necessarily want to say it's ring rust. I think it's more of they're just not working as well together, because they're not getting as many reps in together. Because I think that's blatantly clear with the women's tag match for Mania. That thing was super clunky yesterday. Their whole just
it's tough. That's tough though, man. Because honestly, you think about when they did the live shows, was they were on the road and they were wrestling like 5 days a week, and that can really wear you down quickly.
Yeah.
There's
it's
a positive,
hard.
like you said, they get to rehearse their match. They basically have the same match over and over again, so they're nice and polished by the time the pay-per-view shot off. But on the flip side of that, they're also very sore and tired and beat up.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It'd be cool if they could find a nice middle road on that one, to where they're not working them hard, but they're getting them enough reps so it's a little bit more polished on TV. But who knows? We'll see. Maybe somewhere down the line they'll figure it out. Plus, I miss going to house shows, man. Those are I love a good TV show and I love a good WWE pay-per-view show, but going to their house shows when they used to do those, man, those were way more fun because you got the interaction. The cameras weren't there, so the talent was interacting with you.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. Jacob Fatu taking on Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned match. Anything's going to happen on this one. I honestly don't watch SmackDown because Fridays I'm busy, so I don't know much of the story between this whole thing with these two and how they got to this match. But either way, it's two guys that I like watching them work, so it'll be fun to watch it together. Plus, unsanctioned, they're going to do some crazy shit.
Well,
yeah, I think Fatu probably goes over on this one. I think they're just going to highlight how much crazier he can be than Drew.
Yeah. There was rumor a month ago that this was going to maybe be a Hell in the Cell match at Mania. They must have decided against and just did unsanctioned. But man, that would have been fun watching these two just tear it apart in a Hell in the Cell. I think Fatu wins too, honestly.
Well, and I mentioned it, and Ace, you called me out as far as no one has mentioned Nick Aldis actually being available to wrestle. And
you really want him though.
Well, in my mind, it's the only thing that makes sense with how Drew McIntyre was basically, if you will, screwed out of his championship, and it went over to Cody. So then they could have Cody and Randy at WrestleMania. So you're saying that Drew McIntyre, who did his best during COVID and still has not really had the moment to shine at a full WrestleMania. And so you're going to treat Drew like this still. And this is so far back with Fatu. This is literally going back to almost when Fatu got into WWE and was part of the second bloodline. So it's so far ago that, again, my opinion was always the fact of this should be just McIntyre versus Aldis. So at least see Nick Aldis in one WWE match because he's been so good everywhere he's gone. I think it's due. And who knows what might happen with this being unsanctioned. It could just end up being where somebody's down there and just helps Fatu beat the shit out of McIntyre. Who knows?
Yeah. I still say if they're going to pull the trigger on those guys wrestling, it needs to go back to a brand split, and we need to see a Scrap Daddy takes on Aldis. That's what I want. I want Pearson Aldis.
That's fair too.
Yeah. That would pique my interest. Jared, do you have a winner on this one?
I feel like to me probably Fatu's the most interesting, and as much as I like Drew, I don't know. To me, his deal is a bit stale. You know, I mean, I get that he's pissy. But it's like, okay, how long can he just be pissy and say, "Oh, I quit" and all that shit? You know, I mean, it's not. I don't know. To me, it's just not interesting. Again, as I'll always say, they're not writing it for me. So maybe kids are liking it, but
yeah, he's a grumpy old man. You can relate.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I got to cut out. I got about 3% battery on my phone.
Oh, shit.
It's been a pleasure, guys.
Give it up for Mason Greyskull. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy. See you down the road, all right?
All right, take care, guys.
All right. What do we got in there?
Batteries will always get us.
Yeah, they will. You guys make sure you follow Mason, though, on all his stuff. Make sure you go check him out at shows, support, buy the merch. Great worker, great heel. Love having him on. That was a good time. Wish I was feeling better, so I was more energetic about it. But yeah, the 4 teams to battle it out for the WWE. This is what I was talking about. This just all their interactions leading up the last few weeks to what we're going to see this weekend have been a bit clunky. And it just seems like they're not communicating and they're not on the same page. Hopefully that all gets worked out by the time this match happens. But yeah, for the WWE Tag Team Championships, it's Bliss, Charlotte, Bailey, and Valkyria. The Bellas, which we haven't seen them really in like 2 weeks. I don't think. Are they? Or are they on SmackDown? I don't know. And then we got Nia Jax and Lash Legend. They're dropping, right? They're dropping. Like,
hi, Pop.
I think
you're gonna push Lash on her own eventually. You're not.
Yeah, you have to eventually. I think there is. I wouldn't have said Nia was a talent, even just a couple years ago, but she has really, matured in her abilities in the ring and really been a little bit more of a leader when she's in matches. So, the level of talent in this is pretty impressive. I think personally, the smart move would go back to Flair and Bliss as tag champions, but I feel the long-term story works just as well if it's Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. I just don't know if the Bellas have the legs past like maybe a year from now to keep going.
Yeah, I'm still kind of.
Guys, I gotta take the dog out. My kid's working and the dog's down here.
All right,
I will be back. Sorry.
We'll carry the load like usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Worst part. Yeah, really great burn.
I mean, honestly, how much you want to bet they put it on the Bella Twins?
Well, because if you're talking nostalgia, which is what WrestleMania is also kind of built on, it does make sense. What did Dan had say here? The McIntyre match is on ESPN as well as 6-man. Oh, that's right, because they have
the first hours on ESPN free.
Yeah. So, which is fine. But
as Michael Cole said last night on ESPN proper,
because the That's what they want to hear from the guy on commentary is ESPN proper, not push the app, asshole, push the fucking streaming service, dickhead.
Yeah, he could have just said been like, yeah, it's on ESPN, not ESPN2, not ESPN3, not ESPN the Ocho. ESPN.
I love that you say the Ocho too. Like ESPN News? Nah, man. ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Hell yeah, dude. That's how I watch my weird shit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I'd love to see Bliss and Charlotte get the titles again. Just because I like Bliss.
So Dan,
I feel like Bailey and Valkyria have a chance though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. I think again the funnest thing with the tag area and for the women's side has been the fact of the whole we're not friends, but we're friends between Charlotte and Alexa. And by the way, Dan, this has nothing to do with either a reflection on either match. ESPN is still trying to sell this to the masses. They need people to get over on that streaming service as much as possible. So
yeah,
it's more getting eyes on the product, and that's what you do. Because I think
ESPN. And I think the network did that.
Yeah,
the first couple of years, where it's like you could watch the first hour of Mania free, and then you got to pay for it. Like,
yeah,
it is. I don't necessarily think it has anything to do, because to be honest, I want to say on Sunday, Brock and Oba opened the show, so I don't think match card I don't think that matters at all anymore.
Well, and I think Sunday is ESPN too, just again, because you never know what people are already watching and then lead into the WrestleMania coverage and all that sort of fun stuff. So,
next match we got is Logan Paul, Austin Theory, I Show Speed taking on the Usos and LA Knight, 6-man tag match. Listen, this is going to have some shenanigans. We already know that because we got I Show Speed in there. The little video of him training last night on Raw with the guys was cool. I still think there's going to be this whole deal of like he's not, like he didn't want to be in it. Like he was saying it, like he was like, I'm not a wrestler. This is your guys' world. I shouldn't be on WrestleMania. And then they're like, oh no, those guys hate you, so you should do this, and we got your back, and then whatever. Right. The training footage was cool. There was some like he's gonna be a high flyer. Again, I just appreciate that he's putting the time in, because I feel like he's been training for a while leading into this, like most of the guys that have been doing that, Bad Bunny, Pat McAfee. So I'm interested to see really this match. Oh yeah, Danhausen did curse him, so like Danhausen might be involved in this match too. Danhausen's got to be involved in Mania somehow. I mean, it's funny, the guy's had one match, and and again, he got booed his debut, but he's already turning into one of the biggest things.
I mean, yeah, credit to WWE, but at least keep pushing him, because I made the comparisons to Gobbledygooker, where people just didn't know what the fuck to think, booed him because it was just part of like this weird shit they didn't know. But more power to WWE for at least pushing him and continuing to at least put him on air.
I also think it was just the whole, like, if he had just walked out and it was just Danhausen, you know what I mean? I think the whole dancing Danhausen chicks and all that, while I get it, I think it was just not, it doesn't speak to his character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't see those girls now. Like, why was that? He's kind of a bumbling idiot. You know what I mean? Like when the fireworks shot off on the, I can't remember his name, that he was taking on last week, and he ends up winning after
Wilson.
Yeah, when he curses him and the fireworks shot off, like the whole, like how he played it on his face, like he was like, oh, yeah, that was me. Like he was surprised. You know what I mean? This guy has like a whole choreographed dance team coming out of his debut. It was weird. But again, a guy with a painted face is going to sell merch. So
always.
Yeah. That was funny. Yeah. He's asking to talk to. So yeah, we're going to also see probably a Danhausen John Cena segment backstage, because they were setting that up last night.
Yeah. John Cena is supposed to be the host of WrestleMania this year.
Hell yeah. And then we got this match. Seth Rollins taking on Gunther.
I think it's interesting the way that they've sort of played Gunther into he's got two parts here. He's got the part where he's going to wrestle Rollins, and Rollins has called him out for working for Heyman. And so, not to go past this, but I kind of feel like if Brock loses to Obafemi, it's going to be because somehow Gunther is either trying to help him and screws up, or does it on purpose, because as we've talked about before, there's no way that it's SummerSlam Brock goes out as a heel. So, and I think that interference will set up Gunther taking on Brock. So Brock will lose, won't be clean. Gunther will win this and make this this final retirement match for Brock more for Gunther.
Yeah, I don't. Dan, I'm not exactly certain exactly what you mean as far as kill it if he loses, but yeah, this one feels a bit weird to me, just because Rollins was not going after Gunther in any way, and if Gunther's the higher hand of Paul Heyman, but you just saw that 6-man, which like all those guys were available to at least try and go after Rollins, right?
I'm also curious, like, do you think we see like a Braun Breaker come back and cost Rollins the match?
Yeah, I could see that for sure. I mean,
something has to happen that full circles, because again, up until 2 weeks ago, the question was, well, who's going to represent Paul Heyman? Because this feud is Rollins versus Heyman. You know what I mean? And then just again, oh, Gunther has nothing to do. Here we go. You know,
yeah,
and yeah, I don't know. I think the vision injuries. I think Seth Rollins' initial injury, which made them have to speed things up over the last 3 months. I think all of that fucked original plans for Mania. So I don't think half of the shit we're going to see this weekend is what they thought we were going to see 6 months ago when they were planning this shit out. You know what I mean? The injury bug was real. Yeah. So if Breaker's ready like that, he could, because remember, it's the masked hooded guys is who took those guys out, right? Yeah. So like there's vengeance to be had for Braun. I don't know who wins. I mean, I think that's what happens. I think it's not going to be a clean finish no matter what happens.
That's probably fair. That's probably fair, especially with this match, because again, the build has been a bit off with this one. So yeah, a dusty finish or something where somebody's involved definitely makes a lot of sense for this one, because then you can still protect Gunther with the whole, career killer stuff if things don't go his way.
Yeah, that, or maybe he just beats Rollins, and hey, cool, I beat him. You know what I want now? I want your beast at SummerSlam, and I'm going to retire him. Because again, this could be a backhanded way of getting Gunther to start feuding with Brock for SummerSlam. I don't know. We're gonna find out Saturday night, guys. That is for sure. I think we're officially on to Sunday. Reigns versus Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I'm pulling for Reigns. I'd like to see Reigns win it. And then I'd like to see Punk go just full heel and then become more mid-card.
I unfortunately feel like Punk's going to win.
I'm with you, Ace. I would love to see Punk lose, go to the mid card, because and I know it's the same household, so it feels like maybe I'm beating a dead horse, but Punk's in-ring work, even going back to his AEW stuff, was not great. He has definitely shown the age that he's at. And I don't know if he's really working with the guys he's supposed to be going into these matches with as much to try and figure it out. It just feels all very thrown together. But yeah, Reigns should win this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Damn, that just come out in like the last day or two. I actually haven't heard that, and I haven't really been paying attention in the last couple days because I haven't been feeling well, so I haven't really been watching shit. But
it's weird if Dan's our inside guy to some of this information.
I mean, if that's
the guy who said he was never going to watch a WWE.
I mean, if that's true, my I don't know. My main guess would be is he doesn't want to be there, and maybe it's because he's not getting the news he wants on the recovery. I don't know. I don't know.
True.
I also, like I said, this is the first I've heard of that, so I don't know. I didn't even know he was actually being advertised to be there. So, yeah. Oh God.
Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea
Yep.
all the way. If they man, I'm gonna be hot on Sunday if they fucking let Jade retain that title for real.
He's watching because of Danhausen. That's fair though. I mean,
For real.
I mean, UKO was an indie darling, right? Danhausen has been an indie darling,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, this is I mean, we talked about it last week. Like, we basically said Jade Cargill's where she's at because of her look. And it's pretty unfortunate because Rhea is a top talent, and she's a top talent because she busted her ass to be a top talent. She's amazing in ring, on TV, all these things. And this is what they're giving her. You know,
But
what
if
I
we're
mean?
worried about, if we're generally concerned about looks, Rhea has the look too. I mean,
And she does, but it's just it's sad to see that she doesn't get like a because again, no, it's the large audience of wrestling fans aren't going to take this match legitimate because the consensus is Jade Cargill doesn't know how to work and she hurts people. And she doesn't want to really like we talked about it last week. None of us think she wants to be there for the right reasons. So that sucks. That sucks when you get that handed to you and Rhea has to, basically make lemonade out of lemons here because she's not getting someone she can actually put a fucking classic match on with.
yeah,
On the
that's
biggest
a good
stage.
point. No, absolutely.
I mean, even the run-ins from Raw last night,
Yeah.
because they had Io and Kyrie go against each other, and then Asuka got involved, which then brought Rhea out. Like, even the run-in when Jade came out, all she did was throw like one right-handed punch to the back of Rhea, and it was awful looking.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's it. Anyone else who's trained, they would have been like, fucking clothesline them, body slam, do something. Don't just run out and punch their back. Luckily Rhea sells, so that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, Rhea though. I mean, whatever with Jade, whatever. I just don't want it to keep sounding like like I'm bagging on people. I mean, I
don't think we are. I don't think we bagged on anybody. This whole fucking.
I've been pretty, honest about AJ Lee, CM Punk, and now Jade. I honestly, it shows how little they want to work outside of the matches. Like, I don't know if they get to the venue and then they just don't do anything with people, or they sit backstage, or if there's just no time between.
Well, it's the double-edged sword. There's no house shows.
Yeah, when you say no house shows, that's exactly it. Like, you don't get better if you just say like, "Hey, I'll meet you in Orlando," and then you just work at the Performance Center. I mean,
you know what I mean? And like the thing with AJ is, we know she has a whole other career out there, and that's why she's not been around as much. So yeah, it's hard to get your footing. I think Punk is he's just old. That's all it is with there. And then, but Jade's a whole different animal though, because at least those two have love and respect for this business.
mm-hmm.
Jade just wants to be famous. Like, can we call it what it is? Jade just wants to be a celebrity, and she's looking for any avenue to do that. She thought wrestling was going to be it, and honestly, her best shot probably would have been AEW because she's going to probably would have continued to get pushed further there than. Like I said, it really feels like they need to take the title off her at Mania, and they're going to kind of be done with her. But yeah, it's just ugh. But that's also a trend in the world of wrestling. Every company's done it. They push someone for the looks.
Always.
Obafemi and Barack. I'll tell you what, this might end up being like the whole feud of the Mania season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think like I said,
Yeah,
think-
isn't it funny, Dan? She's a title holder, and she's probably had the less ring time as any other female in that roster since getting those titles. It's all looks, you know. And honestly, I don't even think it's looks in WWE. I think it's more of a financial thing of like, we fucking spent the money, we're gonna have to use her now. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, eventually they're gonna have to cut their loss with it too.
I mean,
Amen,
like-
brother.
I feel like you mentioned it before, though. I feel like Oba on the mic was surprisingly good.
I loved it.
And the whole segment between him and Heyman was pretty goddamn fantastic.
Mhm.
And it, I feel like Oba Femi's going to win. Like I said, I don't think he's going to win clean. I think that somehow Gunther's going to get involved, but I think that, you know, Heyman talking about him the way that he did last night was pretty incredible. And if you didn't see it, go see if you can track it down and watch it, because it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I don't see a clean finish to this because either A, they're not gonna do that to Brock, or B, they're not gonna put Oba over on Brock yet.
Yeah.
So either way, I kind of feel like we're gonna see some sort of screwy business that goes down with this match. But the thing is, I think like this match, and I think Liv and Stephanie have been the two that the build's been the best.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah,
And
Femi
it-
should win this too. Obviously, like we're if we're talking about Brock coming to the end of his career, this should be a Femi win.
And as anybody, you know, if anybody ever doubted it too, this proves that Brock is just an attraction. Not just, but like is an attraction, meaning he doesn't have to be in the main event. He doesn't have to be in a title match, but his match will still be one of the biggest deals of the show. So
he's probably the closest attraction to Andre since Andre.
100%. 100%. Yeah, and I think what we see happen at Mania could very well begin the road of Brock's farewell summer tour to retire in August. And yeah, hopefully we'll be there. Sami Zayn taking on Trick Williams for the United States Championship. I mean, just there doesn't need to be a story with this one. This is just gonna be a fucking hell of a match.
Pretty awesome.
You just got two top talent right there.
I love Sammy, and I think they're going to let Trick win.
I think so too, and I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Trick's the new guy. Extremely over in NXT. No, I think Hall of Fame's actually like at 1 o'clock or something on Friday in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not aware, I guess.
Yeah, they were talking about it last night, Dan, on Raw. I feel like they were saying that it's either like really early or it's going to be really late. It was one of the two. I don't remember. They did just announce though that Michael Cole and The Miz will be hosting the Hall of Fame. But yeah, I'm going Trick. There's another
Midnight
one.
Eastern.
Midnight Eastern, so 11. So yeah, must be right after SmackDown then.
On YouTube. That's what it says. I guess, or ESPN streaming. So,
Yeah. I don't know.
Simple Google search, Dan. Come on, get it together.
I stopped watching Hall of Fame.
It gets long. Some of the speeches are fucking terrifyingly long.
Yeah, I think like 32 we watched, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
My favorite speech at the Hall of Fame, though, Mr. fucking T.
Yeah, he's probably the reason it got ruined, because the guy just wouldn't shut up and kept thanking his mama. This is gonna be another good match, guys. The IC Championship on the line, ladder match. Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio.
The only person in that that's a little bit out of place to me is JD McDonough.
Yeah,
but I mean that's fine.
I think it's a good spot for him.
Yeah, for him, absolutely. But I think, that's going to be a fantastic match, regardless of who wins.
I think Javon Evans is going to make a name for himself.
Yep.
I think Rusev wins.
I would love it if he did.
Yeah, I've been hearing some rumblings that Dragon Lee's contract is almost up. That there's a possibility he goes because Roosh has been pushed on AEW, so there's been talk about maybe he goes over there and joins Roosh. But yeah, Javon Evans is going to make a name, even bigger name for himself with this. I don't know if he wins. It would be nice to see Rusev get a title again. We need something for the guy. I mean, he didn't come back for nothing, right?
Well, they made him look strong last night, definitely on Raw. There is a part of me though that does feel like if they don't do that, like Penta will retain.
Mhm.
But also, we said this last week. Penta having a standout solo career in WWE was not on my bingo card. Like, I really thought he'd struggle without being just a lucha bro in WWE because how are they going to do it? But this guy has become the new lucha guy. Like, and he is what they've been trying to find so they can finally be like, Ray, you can go now. Like, we got you covered.
Well, I mean, I was thinking it was because it's supposed to be Kalisto, and then it was supposed to be Dragon Lee, and now it's
and it was supposed to be Sin Cara before all of them.
That's true too. And obviously with Phoenix being who he is, I'm sure there's been a lot of talk about him being that same kind of mindset as a Rey Mysterio. Because I think you look at style wise, Rey Phoenix is probably much closer to Rey Mysterio than
100%.
a lot of those guys.
Hold on, little girl.
100%.
It is interesting having 3 luchadors in this match, though.
And then another one that's going to be a really good match, and it's got a good story. The only thing that sucks is they just blew the fucking they spoiled the surprise.
Yeah.
By putting this promo picture out a week or two ago. They did make there was a little promo last night on Raw where it did talk about the Demon returning, but it wasn't even Finn. It was just showing like highlights of him like becoming the Demon and like the Demon returns at WrestleMania. And then they were like, "Oh, he's good. Oh, you guys heard it here first." And the Demon Finn Balor's back. It's like, no, we knew that a week ago, you idiots. But yeah, that was it too. Dom was bitching to Pierce like, "Oh no, I got to fight the Demon Finn."
I love the Demon, and I'm so happy that he's back.
I hope they give him a proper WrestleMania entrance with the Demon.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've seen this yet. We've not seen Demon Finn at Mania.
Nope. And
we've always wanted to because we want to see what that. The thing though too is I miss when they let him have more free will with how he wants to paint. I liked how he did different things on the indie scene. I wish they didn't just keep it to this. Mm-hmm. But again, it's going to be fun because we haven't seen it for so long.
I mean, personally, the only thing I ever disliked about the Demon was the headdress.
Right. I hate it.
It's so weird. I would rather have him just come out with his regular hair, put some paint through that or whatever, just make it super fucking dark or whatever. But
yeah, it's super Matrix vibes, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit scary. It's not.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's not as scary as I would want to be for the Demon.
I do think Demon Finn wins.
Yeah, I could see like Demon Finn wins because of the fact that it would be kind of fun to have Dominic, basically squeal or wail his way back to Liv's arms and stuff, and then Liv having to console him as she's the champion.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of I feel like there's opportunity for a few surprises this weekend that none of us saw coming, just because I feel there's been a little bit of a lack on some of the build going into this stuff. But it's Mania. It's the biggest show of the year. It's the biggest show in the wrestling world. You can fight it if you want, but it is. It's just how it is. The stats speak for themselves. It's a holiday weekend. Wrestling's taking over Vegas. It's fun seeing friends being posting that they're flying out, getting down to the city. We know quite a few people on this show who are going to have a busy week. We just had Sam Stackhouse on the show a couple weeks ago. He's got a full dance card this weekend in Vegas, so go see him. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. We're going to do the live stream Saturday night. The boys are coming down. We're going to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Jericho Cruise news. We get midget wrestling.
Hell yeah, brother. Mini Mania midget wrestling will be there on the boat this year. It's the biggest news we've had so far as announced talent.
Actually,
other
that's
than
pretty
initial.
small news if you're honest.
Oh, did it?
It's a little bit of news.
I don't know. So, to me, if you've seen a midget show wrestling once, you've seen them a million times. So, like when that got announced today, I was like, really? And also, to me, because this is also the feel I've gotten in the world of wrestling in the business side of things is that like legit independents and stuff like this, they don't really associate themselves much with the midget wrestling. Right, Dan? Could
Joke, right?
you imagine if that was they're like that's the wrestling we're doing? To me, it kind of is undermining the actual wrestling shows. Plus, we have enough wrestling. Like, why are you bringing more? Like,
Hold on, dog.
Well,
we see enough already. The schedule's already jam packed. I mean,
here's
unless
part of my
they
problem.
were placing a band with it or something.
Yeah, here's part of my problem with it is no one knows the stars. Like this is not actually helping book people on
I
the
gotta go,
cruise.
guys.
All right,
I
later,
will.
bud.
I will see you.
Hey,
send-
like
Yeah.
tomorrow or the next day, get the Mania stuff set up.
Yep,
'Cause
I will.
You're gonna have to get the stream too because you're not
Yep.
gonna be here at the
Yep.
start.
I know. Yep.
Okay,
I,
thanks, Sarah.
yeah, I was
Bye-bye.
learned. I was taught that tonight. I'll see you guys.
No, I was just gonna say though, it's so hard to then try and find the right. Oh, who are the stars of Mini Mania? You know, like it's already one thing when you have some of these indie talents and you try to look them up before the show. If you're not going to a lot of indie shows before the Jericho Cruise,
Well, and the thing is, you wouldn't know them because they're not like indie guys. Yeah, so Dan, I haven't seen this one. There's 2 or 3 that tour the country like nationally stage.
yeah,
So I've seen the micro. Is it micro? It's not these guys, but I've seen one of them. They toured and came here, and yeah, they fly around. But the other thing too is typically they have a smaller ring. So are they bringing their own ring? Because that is the other thing. They could bring their smaller ring and do this like in the theater one night. It'd be pretty interesting to see them do a full on midget wrestling show in a full on ring.
fuck it, a midget battle royale.
You know. Also, those guys, I don't know. In my experience, because I like met the promoter and was talking to some of them, dude, some of those little guys, they have a chip on their shoulder because they're little guys, and like they try to kayfabe everybody, and it just can end up getting bad.
I'll be honest with you, with the amount of wrestlers that already get fucking hammered, and now you're gonna put half-size wrestlers.
Well,
also getting hammered.
they start shit. Like at least the one company that I saw, like they get drunk and then they start shit, and it's just like
Listen, I will not be banned from Norwegian Cruise Lines for
they ruin a good time sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just to me, it's like I get it. It's an attraction, so that anyone who has to be on the boat that's never seen a midget wrestling show, cool. You're gonna have a blast. Honestly, I probably won't even go to it because I've seen it before.
If I'm on the pool deck and around it, sure.
But it's not something I'm going to be lined up for. It's not something that I may watch a match and have a drink and then be like, all right, you guys want to go to like the casino or the band or
Okay.
comedy show? Like I just
Is there karaoke going on right now?
you know what I mean?
No, and like you said though too, for me with that news, and I have seen midget wrestling at like a county fair up here before. It's fine, it's whatever, but yeah, it's not the same. But again, if they have chips on their shoulders, and some of the independent wrestling, wrestlers, they'll come around towards the end of the cruise. You know, some of the people who are even names will be cool towards the end for sure if they aren't already when they get on the boat, as far as drinking with just commoners, if you will. But yeah, dude,
It just seems cheap. It kind of seems cheap for a wrestling cruise. Like I'm paying a lot of money to be on this boat. I don't care about midget wrestling. I want to see stars.
it's this booking that makes me really believe even more that this might be the last
done. Yeah, it could be done. Yeah, it's an odd one.
because
Now
they've
again,
been begging for years to be on this because of just one exposure, right? For
it could be.
wrestling.
It could be, and it is. It's. I don't know. It was something that when it came out today, I saw the email and was just like, meh.
Here's my question: Is midget wrestling like death wrestling? Like, do you have a certain amount of wrestling fans that still love that like attraction part?
I don't know, because like I said, they tour around. Like the guys that I saw, the Micro Midgets, I think is the name of that federation. I think they're out of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, is where they have like their little arena, but they travel all over.
Yeah.
Again, it was something that we went, we had a good time. They've come back 2 or 3 other times, and I have no ambition to buy a ticket and go because I've seen it. Like, there's just only so much you can do when you have the same 15 cast members doing the same gimmicks, and really at that size, you can only do so much. You know what I mean? And yeah, they do fly, they jump.
Yeah.
They were using like their ladder match was like a steps, like basically like we TLC when they did
Yeah.
that. It was like shit like that. They were using like little like they use like one of the big weapons they used was like the caution wet floor sign.
Yeah.
You'd see them like after being mopped.
I don't know why I didn't think about this until just now, but this, because Brad Williams got involved in that big final match last year, this might be a way for him to be more involved on the wrestling side. I'm not saying that he will be, but it could be a way, an avenue for him.
Could, but he's been involved in like every cruise he's been on in the actual wrestling shows too. So it's like,
Right.
Again, it just seems very fucking carny, and it's like, y'all know how much we're paying to be on this boat? Like, I don't need that.
It's an expensive trip.
I don't need that. Like, just bring me good matches. I don't need to. Again, if it's something they're doing, like maybe they're just doing a smaller ring in the theater, and that's where those guys are going to do it. But like, if they do like 1 or 2 shows on the pool deck, like, why are we giving them? Especially because again, like that last night, the wrestling alone is a lot because the last show's like what, 3 hours?
Pretty much, yeah.
3.5 hours, and then an hour show before that with like a hour break. Like, it's already a lot. I don't know. Dude, people are probably jazzed. I think the people in our cruise chat are pumped about it, some of them, because they like it. And there are some people that, if I was in my party era still, and it's like, I'm just going to go and get wasted. Yeah, give me midget wrestling, because I'm going to be a drunk fucking fool. Like, but that's not me anymore. So, like, I just don't really have interest because I've seen it, and it's all the same. I've watched, because that's the thing. I watched videos of the one I saw, and it wasn't any different. It wasn't any different.
Yeah.
It's like
more of the same kind of thing. So I don't know. It's the news though. It's the Jericho Cruise news that we got today. So
I can't wait to just be on a boat.
It'll be still a lot of fun. But hey, speaking of boats, Jason and Erica they're on a cruise that's not gimmick based or anything like that. So Oasis of the Sea, they're on a Royal Caribbean cruise. So it'll be interesting to hear from them as far as how that all was. But it looks fucking gorgeous on that ship.
Dude, those Royal Caribbean boats are, especially the class that they're on, those things are insane, dude.
Yep.
They're so crazy cool. But yeah, man. Saturday. I think it's a 5 o'clock start time, so I would say 4:45. We will be live. Come watch WrestleMania with us. React. Have fun. It's a WrestleMania party Saturday.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, all right. Everybody have a good night. I was waiting for JR to end it.